station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
Bless the Lord. Come on, join in with me if you know the song. I feel like going on. I feel like going on. Though trials come on every hand, I feel like going on. Come on, let me hear you say.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Yes. Though trials may come on every hand, I feel, yes, I do. Let's just say it again. Come on, everybody. I feel like going on. I feel like going on. The trials may come on every hand. I feel like goes on naturally, bless you, hallelujah, bless you, hallelujah, Baba. Shema fula, utamoma, utunyusa Baba.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
His name is Benjamin Dube, and it's 6:32. He's a South African gospel artist, and we're using a song to inspire ourselves for this Monday morning. It says, I feel like going on, though trials come on every side. What a great encouragement. This morning we're just here to say thank you to all who made the past 3 days possible. Through faith, we will see the invisible and do the impossible. It's been a fascinating journey in promoting agribusiness, and I can say of a certainty that it is the doing of the Lord. It is the doing of the Lord, and it is marvelous in our eyes. So the business this morning is simple. When you do something, thank God. Let God know you're grateful. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Verse 16. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 16. maybe I'll go to 19, 15, 16. It says, rejoice always. That's verse 16. One of the shortest, I think it's probably the shortest verse after Jesus wept. Rejoice always. 1 Thessalonians 5:16. Rejoice always. 17. Pray without ceasing. Now my emphasis is verse 18. In everything give thanks. In everything give thanks. For this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. So we're going to say big thank you to the people of Ghana for showing up massively on Friday the 20th, Saturday the 21st, Sunday the 22nd of June to the Citi Channel 1 Agri Fair 2025. A big thank you to over 100 patrons. I call them vendors, agric and agribusiness organizations coming to sell all the things they brought fresh from yard. A big thank you to our sponsors, the Ghana Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, the Development Bank Ghana. In fact, let me mention names. Ghana Exim Bank, Sylvester Mensah, the CEO. Legacy Crop Improvement Center is headed by our great friend Azinu Rutherford Azinu. Development Bank Ghana headed by Dr. Randolph Inso Ambala. Agri Impact, oh my God, great job done by Dan Fahini Akwe and his team. A big thank you as well to Horticulture Business Platform, Twelium Ghana Limited, and of course Aloysius Atta of Farmer Line. We're so grateful. So the morning after, we're saying thank you. Now we know it's possible. Now we know we can wear Ghana, we can eat Ghana, we can visit Ghana. Charlie, Ghana will work again. I'm telling you, I'm so confident that this country will rise. I'm telling you, we're one of the most blessed countries in the world, one of the most blessed pieces of earth in the whole universe, blessed with great people, great human and natural resources, great location. Let's harness the power of our resources to make Ghana great. Big thank you to Minister for Agric Eric Opoku, Deputy Minister for Agric John Seto Dumelu, and of course Deputy Minister for Trade, Industry and Agribusiness, our own Samson Ahi.
Yes, sir.
Charlie Sky, yesterday, Saturday, Samson Ahi stormed the place with Eric Opoku. They really stormed the place. This one, if a newspaper says Eric Opoku Ahi Dumelu storm, that was the right opportunity. And then Sylvester Mensah to storm. Yesterday, Sylvester Mensah came and then he said he wanted to visit the stand, but he said he wanted to eat first.
That's right.
So he went to where they were selling fufu and some green soup. Then he said he wanted a yamwadie.
That's the towel and related matters.
he said he couldn't do the visits of the store on an empty stomach. So he went to blow the fufu down. He said, let's visit the store. Repeat it. I understand the first part, not the second part.
Before the pig will go digging under roots.
He needs his stomach to be full.
Very well, very well.
Charlie, so he went to deliver some your money and he said, let's go to the stand.
Yes, sir.
No. I want to say a big thank you to Team Citi. I mean, some men's, my God. Friday from 1 a.m. He stayed awake to the end of Saturday. Then Richard Mensah, Frema Edunyame.
Yes, sir.
The team, I don't even know whose name to mention. Everybody. It was just a fantastic. And so we are grateful to all of you for your support. Let's just get into the newspaper review. The segment is brought to us by Fidelity Bank. I brought you Business Sense through Access Bank support. When I come back, we'll go into the headlines. Stay with us.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kese promo.
Madam,
For Beji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner. For Beji, as a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class senso. For Beji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. For Beji, it's the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesia promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account, and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
So her name is Swiala. Very beautiful song. Business was brought to us by Access Bank. Don't forget, it's the Fakitwa Beji Kesia promo. Deposit and win. We have up to 500,000 cedis in cash and other amazing rewards like PS5s, iPhone 16s, Chromebooks, and more. Call 0800 004400. And we have so many stories. I want to change the way we go about it. I'll start with online, just for shaggy reasons. Then I will come to the newspapers themselves. So for today, I'll use the High Street Journal. The High Street Journal has really followed what we've done. They are front page, and now they are digital newspaper now. So basically, Agri-Fair 2025 closes with strong attendance, high sales, and a renewed call for local agricultural commitment. And a picture is worth 1,000 words. That's basically the photo they've put there of a vendor selling to a visitor. Here's another question. Are middlemen exploiting farmers or filling the void left by policy failures in agriculture? So basically a very interesting analysis of the policy issues arising from what we did over the weekend. That's another one. Will Mohammed's economic reset survive the storm in the Middle East? Again, this is the biggest story in the world. And that's a very big question, and I think that's the question for the week. Will Mohammed's economic reset survive the storm in the Middle East? And then Dr. Donko has an article, how government can reintroduce strategic stock levy to build fuel reserves without hitting consumers' pockets. Now, CitiNewsroom.com also has a number of interesting stories this morning. And I'll just start with, I'm not here to test the waters, I'm here for victory. Brian Champon declares. Petroleum Hub asks for 300 million cedis to finalize Jomoroland deal. Meanwhile, keep your campaign away from Zongo communities. Youth groups tell Ken Ejepong. This is some brewing storm in MPP. We'll bring you highlights of that. City Business Festival enters final week with focus on digital economy. So that's also on air this week. And then there's a whole lot of stories on the Agri-Fair. We're told, for example, Exim Bank CEO hails the fair, pledges continued support for SMEs. And then there's a lot of stories. Agri-Fair climaxes thrilling performance from Chinchin. But let me give you two other stories of interest. Tour to resume full operations by October. Something I like. Meanwhile, they owe $517 million. And then there's another one. Management boot camp for top professionals kicks off this morning. All those stories on citynewsroom.com. Let me go to Channel 1 News and give you a couple of headlines. You've exceeded our expectations.
Yes.
Sponsors Lord Maiden Agri Fair.
Thank you.
In other stories, 40 million CDs committed to support growth in our 4 public universities. Haruna Idrisu speaking at a graduation over the weekend. Eric Opoku says irrigation is the future of Ghana's agriculture. He was speaking at the Agri Fair. He also says all big people are farmers.
Thank you.
He's urging the youth to rethink farming. And then Mahama appoints a number of people as ambassadors. Kalsum Sinari to Spain, Kojo Bonsu to China, and a few other names mentioned in that list of appointments. Now let me take you finally to my joy online. They are leading with MPA acting CEO assures nation of 2-month fuel reserve amid global uncertainties.
Powerful.
And then a few other stories. Woman remanded for allegedly stealing 800,000 mistakenly transferred to her account.
Yeah, that's stealing.
So if the money comes into your account and it's not yours, you don't touch it.
Yeah, you don't touch. You have to report to the bank.
Okay.
Unless you have reasonable expectation of some money coming into your account, similar to what you
Now
receive.
you are praying to the Lord.
In which case, you have to provide proof.
When
of
I was in
mistake.
the UK, somebody paid some money into my account, and I went to the bank and said, I don't know any such money. So please. And they said the money, the same way it came to go. So we just didn't touch it.
So it was just there.
It went after 3 days. I said, me, I should go and take your money.
Daily graphic,
go on.
please. Daily graphic this morning. Kumasi Airport City project takes off as Antihene calls for policies to attract local private capital. President Mahama appoints new ambassadors. And on boosting efficiency, reduce Supreme Court workload, Justice Akabuafo proposes. We are told the the Swatini
King Swati. King
Yes,
Swati.
Swati, right.
Yes.
He begins his state visit tomorrow.
Yes.
And then MP is advocating punitive penalties for unauthorized fuel stations. And on Cape Coast, collapsed building kills 2.
Okay, let me take you to the Chronicle. Religious politics is dangerous for MPP. Baumia telling opponents within that party. And NACOC, NIB, destroy over $350 million worth of cocaine and others. And finally, this story says suspected murder of Josephine Asante. Case adjourned to July 3.
The news center. Can Japan reject top-down elections? Religious ethnic politics harmful. Dr. Baumia, 2.9 million deaths not registered, as only 600,000 deaths registered in Ghana in 13 years. And there is the
No, read that thing again.
So-
I don't understand what you are reading.
So 2.9 million deaths are not registered. Only 600,000 plus deaths have been registered in Ghana in 13 years.
So let me get it. So you are talking about registering a death.
Yes.
As in officially, okay.
Exactly.
Not as if the people have died.
No.
Okay.
And
Because it
then-
may sound some way.
Okay, apologies. And then out of 11, the news center gives us 10 top causes of death, killing more men in Ghana. Details are on page
Okay.
3.
Let me take you to the Ghanaian publisher. The big story, Baumia warns against divisive politics. Also, a big one that says Isiama sacks 100 BOG staff. It's a story that's troubling many people who have been asked to go home. And OSP, Jampo trade accusations. And something here that says unity is key to MPP's 2028 victory. This is coming in from Brian Achampo.
Daily Guide has similar headlines. BOG sacks 100 staff. Jampo OSP clash over Oforiata SML raid. And Mahama appoints 15 new ambassadors, high commissioners. FBI cracks down. This is an older story. Japan slams NPP over grassroots neglect.
Let me take you to the Informer. Ramadan Rice Saga, OSP grabs 4 over corruption. Another story here says GTech vows to protect academic integrity. They continue to write to people to drop their professorial titles, which are fake. And this one says, blame yourselves, not China, for Galamsey. Chinese ambassador is telling Ghana, hey, these ambassadors are saying all kinds of things.
No. You see, I heard the story on Friday. When you listen to the guy fully, he didn't say what is being said. He said that small-scale mining cannot end with butu-butu. They must find a way of doing it so that doesn't damage the environment. If you listen to the guy fully, you see a headline is just 2-3 words. He didn't say what they are saying. He said, I heard the voice. Please, let's not go there.
Custodian, BOG sacks over 100 workers. Baumia condemns harmful religious and ethnic politics. Baumia preferred in MPP 2028 race. This is APL survey, and we are told Guel makes 84.7 million Ghana cedis profit after tax in 2024.
The Herald says Christians poll Poor Northerners and Zongo voters rejected Baumia, says Stephen Amwa, Kenny Japon's MPP flag bearer campaigner. Also, BOG terminating appointments after probationary period, according to the newspaper. And Immigration Service warns public against fake recruitments. And Finance Minister sacks Ghana Development Bank's director after audit findings.
The Inquisitor on infamous Baumia Salah Rice. OSP charges 4 men. Night clubbing Yamutu as FBI scare hits Sakawa boys. Sticker in uncouth politics. And Ghana Armed Forces to recruit 12,000 youth in 4 years, Defense Minister.
Let me take you to the final newspaper I have this morning. The New Publisher says Galamsey sites under full attack. Police arrest 38 and destroy machines. Also on the front page, James Kofi Annan ordered to stop calling himself doctor. And the story about the ambassadors.
Oh, Lord.
Daily Post told to resume full operations by October. That's here. Security services donate $1 million to Mahama Cares and nationwide crackdown. Ghana's anti-Galamsey task force intensifies operations and the appointment.
Yeah, let me give you a couple of international stories. So I'll use Bloomberg's, a lot of stories. So Trump doubles down on monumental damage done underground in Iran strike. All right. And then we are told stock futures drop, oil gains after strike on Iran. And then the other angle is that world braces for Iran's response after a US strike signal new era. Then there are 2 stories that will give this issue context. Iran stands alone against Trump and Israel, stripped of allies. That's the analysis. Then they also say satellite images question Trump's claim Iran's atomic site destroyed. So basically, some damage was done. They are not sure of the full extent. And then there's a big take which I like. It says a weakened Iran can still inflict pain on the U.S. and the world. There was a story that suggested that Iran said they will.
The Strait of Hormuz?
Yes, they will sort of close the Strait of Hormuz, which would then mean that.
Oil prices jump?
Yes,
because
but
they control about 20% or more.
Yeah, but then we are not clear whether they've finalized that decision. So there's a story about a U-turn in that Strait of Hormuz issue. So what we're trying to say is that the global situation in the Middle East is going to affect all of us. If you go to the BBC, for example, Trump hails bullseye strikes on Iranian nuclear sites as UN says damage is unclear. So what I want to actually do is to read the High Street Journal's question about what will happen to our economy in the face of the Middle East uncertainty. It's a very interesting article. It says, will Mohammed's economic reset survive the storm in the Middle East? It says, Ghana's economic recovery faces new pressure as the Israel-Iran conflict drives up oil prices, threatening inflation, fiscal targets, export, and Mohammed's ambitious reform agenda. And basically, that's the story, right? Higher global prices for oil are the first ripple. On paper, rising crude prices could boost Ghana's oil revenue. But in reality, because the country imports most of its refined fuel, domestic prices are likely to climb, which is why the toll story is important. Yeah. Now, this spells potential increases in transport fares and food costs and may push the government towards renewed spending on fuel subsidies. Yeah. Missing fiscal targets at this stage could delay the upcoming IMF review in June, a critical milestone for Ghana's exit strategy from the program. And Mohammed's recovery plan seems to have started well, which seems to want to restore trust and whatever to the economy. But because of what's happening in the Middle East, there's a lot of uncertainty there. Yeah. So that's the article. Okay. Meanwhile, Tor is saying that they could do something.
They'll resume full operations by October. The Tema Oil Refinery is on track to resume full operations by October 2025, a move officials say will significantly reduce Ghana's dependence on imported refined petroleum products. Appearing before Parliament's Energy Committee, Acting Managing Director of Tor, Edmund Combat, disclosed that the country currently spends approximately $400 million monthly on fuel imports. A fully operational toll, he noted, could slash that figure by more than half. So it goes on to give you more details.
And finally, Ghana Gas CEO says the company is highly overstaffed, that they have 1,290 workers, and they had only 200 and something in 2016. So it looks like the politicians just packed their people there. And she was talking to Parliament people who I'm sure were hoping to add more. So let's think about that.
Yes,
Sky, let's come to you.
About overstaffing.
The BOG one?
The BOG one.
Yeah.
There's a story on the front page of the Ghanaian Publisher. Page 2 has the details.
Yeah.
And the story says Isiama sacks 100 staff quickly, more than 100 staff members of the Bank of Ghana have had their appointments terminated in a sweeping administrative move, which the government claims is part of an ongoing effort to streamline public sector engagements made after the 2024 general elections. Now, the affected workers who were recruited in 2024 received official dismissal letters on Thursday, June 19, 2025. Now, the termination letters signed by Mrs. Thelma E. Randolph Akushi, the head of the Human Resources Department and Capacity Development, cited the bank's employment policy on probation as the basis for the action. Now, if you go to the Herald newspaper, they also have an angle basically saying that BOG terminates appointments after probationary.
Now, stay with the Herald. There's a story on MPP about something one of the MPs have said, and it's generating a whole storm in the party.
Yes, so
Stephen Amwa has been campaigning, and I
exactly.
think he said something over the weekend.
Yes, so the
Before
story
Amwa
says
happened.
the New Patriotic Party Member of Parliament for Nshaiso and the leading campaigner for Kennedy Ejapong, Dr. Stephen Amwa, has drawn widespread condemnation following controversial religious comments made during a political engagement in the Ashanti region. Now, the ex-deputy minister of finance in the Akufo-Addo administration has abandoned Vice President Dr. Baumia, a Muslim, claiming that Christians in Ghana are generally reluctant to vote for Muslim leaders. Now, he claimed that even in the northern regions and the Zongo communities across the country, where the MPP administration heavily concentrated its pro-poor initiatives to alleviate them from the scourge of poverty and deprivation, they did not return the party's generosity with the needed votes in the December 2024
And it's
election.
generated a lot of storm. For example, City Newsroom, keep your campaign away from Zongo communities. Youth group tells Kennedy Ejapong, and I believe this is in response to what Stika has said. Fafa Kotive reports that the Zongo Youth Movement, a Muslim advocacy group, has issued a strong caution to MPP Flagbra hopeful Kennedy Ejapong, urging him to keep his campaign away from Zongo communities and Muslim communities following controversial remarks attributed to Stephen Amwa. Speaking of City News, the PR officer of the movement, Abdullah Ali, condemned the remarks as divisive and contrary to Ghana's legacy of religious tolerance. He demanded a public apology from both Dr. Amwa and Kennedy.
If you go to the Informer quickly, the vice president himself is quoted here saying, if you go to page 4 of the newspaper, former Vice President Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bamia has cautioned a section of the New Patriotic Party which supports other aspirants against preaching religious and tribal politics in the build-up to the party's presidential primary elections. Now, according to him, such messages are detrimental to the MPP in particular and the country in general, and that must not be entertained.
Let me read a quick story on Agric. Irrigation is the future of Ghana's agriculture. Rico Poku, Minister for Food and Agriculture, says the government is prioritizing irrigation infrastructure as the backbone of efforts to transform Ghana's agriculture sector and ensure sustainable year-round food production. Speaking at the Agri Fair at the Southern Children's Park in Accra on Saturday, powered by Channel 1 TV, the minister declared an end to Ghana's reliance on rate-fed farming. According to him, the government's new agriculture roadmap under the Feed Ghana program places irrigation at the forefront of boosting productivity and stabilizing food production. He also says all the big people are farmers, urging the youth to rethink agriculture. To most of our youth, they see agric as a profession belonging to those neglected by society and old people. When a student breaches school regulations, he's assigned to a portion of land to weed. So growing up, they think weeding is a form of punishment. He says all the big people you see around, the rich people in the country, are farmers. Kupoku said, the president is a farmer. Ibrahim Mahama is a farmer. Kennedy Ejapong is a farmer. Otunfo is a farmer. I'm a big-time farmer. He stressed the need to change the narrative and inspire a new generation while commending Channel 1 for a fantastic event.
Bernard, Ghana's first comprehensive statistical report on deaths by the Births and Deaths Registry has revealed a striking gender disparity in mortality. Now, 2022 data reveals males were significantly more affected by 10 of the top 11 causes of deaths in the country, with cancer being the only major killer that claimed more female lives
So
than
what are the
male.
10?
So top 10 killers, we have hypertension-related diseases.
We reject it.
It took a notably higher toll on men, pneumonia
We
and
reject.
heart failure, and then you have heart failure, stroke fatalities,
Empowerment.
septic shock,
We reject it.
and diabetes and things.
I mean, men are under pressure.
You should
Oh,
take
the
your time
whole-
and go through the list for us.
Yeah, it's a
But we have to-
chronic liver.
Did they tell us what to do to escape? beyond the rejected.
No, yesterday
I guess one of the things, the pressure for Momo must go down.
No,
that one
no,
has
I
to
think it's lifestyle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
more lifestyle
related.
Yeah,
related.
yesterday I got some Prekese. They say if you drop out for your...
It can help, eh?
It'll be correct. I got it from is it the Center for Scientific
Yes,
something?
they were
CSIR.
there.
Yes,
Yeah, they were there.
What's the English name for Prekese?
Prekese.
I don't know.
What's the Ewe name for Prekese?
And I don't
Don't
know.
know. So
That's
Prekese is
Prekese going
Prekese.
above
It's like
everything.
Oshoko. There's no translation.
I'm sure.
Prekese is
I'm sure there will be
Prekese.
some name for it.
Let's just call it Prekese. And we- Let's go.
My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling. Oh, you go work. But you know it's out in your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, oh, cause you know it's out in your side. And when you dream, no say, I live for you. And when you hustle every day, many wanna go. Anything you do, I live for you. Many want. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Ah, Google me. And what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? No? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Yeah. So where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make I feel the go too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
City Business News on a Monday morning with MTN and EcoBank. Latte with the, I nearly said the Prekese edition. They say Prekese is something, but we for East is
Right,
Prekese.
if you said so.
We won't change the name. What is in the news?
Well, good morning, Bernard. Good morning to you listening. This is 97.3 City FM. Welcome to the breakfast edition of City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Goil, and EcoBank. Coming up, government to pilot poultry project next month, a move expected to significantly cut Ghana's heavy reliance on imported chicken and boost local production. Also, fuel prices could be going up from July over escalating tensions between Iran and Israel. That's the projection by COPEC. Plus, mega shopping and big sales characterize Channel 1 TV's first ever agri-fair, with value chain actors rallying support for it to become a national event. We'll tell you what you missed and why you should be part of the next edition. I am Ni Latte, grateful for your company, and it's just a day after our highly patronized agri-fair from Friday through to yesterday at the Efwa Sutherland Children's Park, where the government announced that it will launch the pilot phase of its new poultry initiative in Koko Nkete in the northern region next month. The project is to cut Ghana's heavy reliance on imported chicken and boost local poultry production. 12 districts have been selected for the pilot and will directly benefit over 55,000 households when fully rolled out across the country. Minister for Food and Agriculture Eric Opoko during the 3-day agri-fair organized by Channel 1 TV said the government is ready to make Ghana more self-reliant in poultry while creating employment opportunities, especially for the youth.
Nkokon Ketenkete is just one of the 3 major programs that we want to run under the Feed Ghana program. We are in the process of procuring the birds and also the battery cages for distribution to the various farmers or households. But before then, while we are on the process to procure, we are also looking at piloting something small to see what will happen when we scale it up throughout the country. And so within the next month, we will launch the pilot somewhere in the north. We have selected about 12 districts to participate in that pilot scheme. You know, that will run for just 4 months. And within 2-3 months, we'll launch the big Nkokon Ketenkete.
That's Eric Opoko, Minister for Food and Agriculture. Meanwhile, Deputy Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Samson Ahi, also disclosed plans to roll out an agribusiness export support program in July. The initiative will focus on helping producers add value to their product to enhance competitiveness in international markets.
You are currently benefiting from a reduction this week, but I can't promise for next week.
Why?
If you took a look at our forecast for this week or this window on Friday, when we incorporated the 1 cedi, there was going to be an uplift of 9.5%. And when we got a directive on Saturday that the 1 cedi has been suspended, it brought things to same level, because as the cedi was appreciating just a little bit, the international benchmark prices were also going up just a little bit, so they actually buffered.
Well, apologies for that mix-up. They will try and bring you that voice in subsequent bulletins, but more from the Agri-Fair, where there were strong calls for Channel 1 television to make Agri-Fair an annual national event following the overwhelming public participation and positive feedback from stakeholders across the agricultural value chain. The event was a testament that Ghanaians are ready to embrace homegrown agri solutions and help scale up local food production and support farmers through a platform like Agri-Fair. Netele Nete Ajahu has a wrap of the 3-day huge event.
The A4 Sutherland Park came alive for 3 days as farmers and agro-processors sold fresh produce, livestock and everything agriculture directly to consumers at the Agri-Fair 2025. The event, which ended on Sunday, 22nd June, drew leaders from government and the private sector who praised its role in boosting agriculture and strengthening value chains. Agric Minister Eric Opoko commended Channel 1 TV for reviving national interest in farming.
So what I've seen here is an effort that is supports government to realize its agenda, and that's the reason why we are all showering praises on the Channel 1 TV and the Citi FM for this all-important program.
For many vendors, business was booming.
It's been crazy. With the numbers we've had, we didn't expect. This has been a very well organized, well publicized, and the crowds have really responded well to whatever you guys did. So kudos to you.
This happens to be one of the most patronized, both in terms of people that I've seen going around and also in terms of the sales that have been made while we've been here. Since Friday, every single day we have sold out. I'm expecting that today as well we'll sell out. And each time we've almost doubled the amount of product that we bring in.
For buyers, it's been an opportunity to get fresh food at unbeatable prices straight from the source.
Quite impressive. I didn't know. It was a friend who said, oh, somebody told her about it. And so after service, we decided to pass by to see. But I think I'm impressed.
So what did you buy?
We bought some grapes, some local rice. Then I think it's quite reasonable.
Sponsors of the event also expressed satisfaction with the level of patronage.
It's been marvelous. We have. You know, for water, you need to drink water. When you say water in Ghana, it's Vena water. And whilst they are shopping and then going around, they need to hydrate themselves. So we knew that being here would be of benefit to us. So that's why we came on board, and we are very happy that we did.
It's generic. You see people coming from the art and culture industry, mostly dominating. But making it specific for agric is amazing. The list is once a year, but I'm even thinking that we should do more than once a year. It gives the private sector people the opportunity, first, to showcase their products, two, to be able to sell whatever stock that they have.
Beyond the bustling market stalls, the fair also featured exhibitions and agribusiness showcases celebrating the full value chain of Ghana's food economy. Head of events and partnerships at Channel 1 TV and Citi FM, Frema Edunyame, said the team is encouraged by the strong turnout and positive feedback.
A lot of people are very excited about the Agri Fair. People keep asking if we can do it once a month. I was like, what? I mean, that's going to be a difficult one, but it also tells that people are excited about it and they would really want to see this happen very often. So we are taking the feedback, and we'll ensure that we will see what we can do about it. If we can do maybe twice a year, okay, but that's up for discussion.
Nete Ajaho with that report, and I must say we are grateful for your participation. See you at the next edition. But we can now hear from Deputy Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Samson Ahi, who disclosed plans to roll out an agribusiness export program in July.
If we're able to do export, then we have to add value to whatever we produce. And I've seen that a lot of farmers are now adding value to their produce. They are packaging very neatly. And so most farmers are now ready for the international market. And so we in the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, we have a program in place to launch the policy with regards to the agribusiness, where we will spell out benefits, advantages that exporters can take. I'm sure we'll launch it somewhere next month. When we do that, we will engage the exporters so that they can take advantage of what government has for them.
Deputy Minister responsible for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Samson Ahi. The AgriFair 2025 was powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM. Sponsors included Ghana Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Development Bank Ghana, Agri Impact Limited, the Horticulture Business Platform, Trillium Ghana Limited, and technology partner Farmerline. Now, consumers should brace for a potential rise in fuel prices during the first pricing window of July. The Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, COPEC, says escalating tensions in the Middle East, particularly the ongoing conflict between Iran and Israel, could disrupt global oil supply and exert upward pressure on fuel prices locally. Executive Secretary of COPEC, Duncan Amwa, says Ghana is not immune to the global shocks triggered by geopolitical unrest in oil-producing regions. He is urging authorities to monitor the situation closely and consider temporary fiscal interventions to cushion consumers.
With U.S. airstrikes on 3 of Iranian nuclear sites, the conflict between Iran and Israel is taking a new dimension as the former weighs the option to close the Strait of Hormuz, through which around 20% of global oil and gas flows. COPEC fears that this could lead to further hikes in crude oil prices and its attendant effects on fuel importing nations like Ghana. Duncan Amwa is Executive Secretary of COPEC.
This week is likely to see a lot of activity on the international market as far as fuel pricing or petroleum pricing is concerned. And Ghana clearly cannot be excused that possibility of paying more for fuel. What I see happening locally is that the BDCs may take a cue, knowing very well that it's riskier now landing cargo than it was a week before.
Duncan Amoa is Executive Secretary of the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers. Moving on, the 2025 edition of the Citi Business Festival is in its 4th and final week. We are diving deep into the digital economy. This morning, you'll be hearing from Lead Architect, Digital Change and Enablement Officer Anthony Fesu at Absa Bank, who is urging SMEs to adopt digital tools to drive productivity and growth. That conversation with him will air later at 9 a.m. on the City Breakfast Show and 10 a.m. on Channel 1 television. And just so you know, the Management Bootcamp has also commenced a 1-week exclusive residential program designed to equip mid to senior level professionals with strategic leadership and management capabilities to redefine their decision-making, people management skills, and ability to drive sustainable growth within their organizations. That will be all for this morning, but a quick currency update. The dollar trading at 12 cedis 50 pesos, the British pound selling at 15 cedis 50 pesos. There will go, could be sold to you at 13 cedis 50 pesos. I'm Neil Atilate. Do have a good business day.
Charlie, where are you?
Boss man, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Masa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions,
and send tweets,
where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. Everywhere you go.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
And the breakfast edition of the City Business News was brought to you by EcoBank and MTN. EcoBank is giving you an emergency number to dial anytime you find yourself in one. If you need instant access to loans, funds transfer, utility payments, airtime, and data purchase, just dial *770#, and even if you don't have data, they will come through for you, so there's no need to panic. *770# is the number to remember. Is EcoBank's way of coming to your rescue. Don't forget *770# now. It's your solution to all your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. And MTN says, hey boss lady, the go-getter, the planner, the do-it-all woman, building a business one bold step at a time. We've created the MTN Ejumapa just for you because we see your hustle every day. It's more than a bundle, it's your new business bestie. Special data and call bundles. You stay connected to your customer supplies and everything that helps your hustle grow. We have an insurance package for you as well to help protect the business you've worked so hard to build. It's time to level up, scale up, and shine brighter. Dial *5060# now. Grab your Ejumapa bundle. Let's get to work on your success story together. MTN Ejumapa, powering women in business. And it's time for Kickoff. Kickoff is our sports news segment on the City Breakfast Show. Benjamin Nketia is here with all you need to know. It's proudly brought to you by Lesheho, Polytang, and Shell. Lesheho Don't Commute campaign is here. For all of you who have some financial stresses, Lesheho has reduced their interest rates just for you, whether it's education, rent, or unexpected expenses. They have the right loan to meet your needs. So dial or call or WhatsApp Nana on 02740-799, 02740-733. Let's make life easier together. Lesheho, let's improve life. Go for polytank if you need to store water. This is Ghana. We all have water needs. We need to store water, and when it comes to the storage tanks, the name we all know is polytank. No matter the size, durability is always assured, and you get it at the same price across the country at polytank partner stores or shops. Polytank near Papa Nuni. The caution for you is that we don't request for Momo payments online. So tell me, how do you want your engine to feel today? Confident, protected, ready to perform? Then let's talk about Shell V-Power. Shell V-Power with Dynaflex technology is specially formulated to clean and protect your engine, giving it the boost it needs. So fill up with Shell V-Power at a Shell service station near you and fuel performance, fuel confidence, fuel protection over and over and over again. Fuel unbeatable because the best choices just feel right. Shell the feeling with fuel the feeling with Shell V-Power. Shell go well. And Benjamin Nketiah is here with Kickoff.
Benjamin Nketiah here with Kickoff. In the headlines, Hearts of Oak handed transfer ban by the GFA. The OKC Thunder are the 2025 NBA champions. The Club World Cup continues later tonight. PSG and Atletico all in action. Kickoff is brought to us by Shell, Shell Go Well, Zonda GH, Polytank Ghana, and Let's Share Ho. Let's improve life. Let's start on the doorsteps of the GOC, and today, June 23, marks the International Olympic Day, celebrated across all 206 countries around the world. Now in Ghana, the GOC commemorated the day with a walk from the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum to the Accra Sports Stadium. NSA Director Yaon Pofoankra says the day promotes unity, mutual respect, and the core values of the Olympic movement.
The three tenets of excellence, friendship, and respect is a reminder that we should always remember why we're here, and the fact that we're not here for ourselves, we're here for the good of the sport and to unify or to bring unity amongst us. So with excellence, we all know what that means. Whatever we strive to do, we try and do it to the best of our ability. And then of course, friendship is very important, that we strive for that after competition, even before and during. We should remember that it's not a war, but sport is supposed to bring us together as one. And then respect. In the same way, we need to respect our opponents, the rules, the supporters, and the federations, associations, and anyone involved in that. We must show respect.
You heard NSA Director General Yaon Pofoankra speaking there. Now, President of the Ghana Olympic Committee, Richard Akpokavi, also stated that his outfit is working hard to revive the School Sports Board, a move aimed at transforming the future of sports in Ghana. Now, according to him, bringing back the board will support both the GOC and government's vision of making school sports a vibrant pathway for talent development.
We are looking to collaborate with the Ghana Education Service and the Ministry of Education. Part of this government's agenda is to establish a school sports authority. We are looking to push for that authority to be established so that school sports will have dedicated funding. Then we can collaborate to be able to develop school sports, because it's very important that we do so that we can develop the sports in Ghana. The easiest way to help the athletes is to develop the sports here, and in the school sports, which is the basis. That's why I say that once we're able to get a school sport developed, then we have a pipeline of people who can develop further. And if we have to go outside, we have the foundation here. And if we have to even develop here, we have the foundation. So it's important that we get a foundation right.
You heard President of the Ghana Olympic Committee, Richard Akpokavi, speaking there. Let's move on to some football. And Accra Hearts of Oak have been handed a transfer ban by the Ghana Football Association for failing to pay $70,000 owed to New Edubiasi United. The GFA says the ban, issued under Article 15, Clause 1C of its disciplinary code, took effect after Hearts missed the May 31, 2025 deadline to settle the debt. Now, the amount includes a $50,000 ban balance on the transfer of Salim Adams and an additional 20,000, representing 40% of an onward transfer fee as directed by the GFA's Player Status Committee. Away from Hearts of Oak and Vice Chairperson of the Ghana League Clubs Association, Galka Phyllis Marku Mensah, has clarified that the selection of teams for the annual President's Cup is solely the decision of the President of the Republic. Now her comments follow growing concerns about the repeated selection of certain clubs for the fixture.
The reason why this time, this year, 2025, is going to be called Coco and Ash, it's in honor of the sitting president, and it's the sole prerogative of the president to choose the team he wants. Dating back to last year, we could see that it was Ghana versus Ivory Coast, all right? And that was totally the prerogative of the president. And this time, too, is the same. Nothing has changed. We don't have a hand in the teams to play, RCC organized. So what teams the president would want to be in his cup, in his honor, is what we go by.
Let's move on to some women's football now, and head coach of the Black Queens, Kim Las-Biokegren, says his side put in a solid performance in their 3-1 victory over Malawi, with Doris Bouedua netting a brilliant hat-trick. He adds that the team is fully focused and ready for their next friendly game against Benin and Nigeria.
Probably a little bit slow, but otherwise we are the better team the whole game, producing so many chances. We win the game with 3-1, but if you're looking at the chances, we can score probably 6-7 today. But the most important is to win and to play good and create more chances. And this was a big step in the right direction. I think we had a better fighting spirit today. I actually felt that we won the middle. I also felt, or we created more chances, like I said, had a chance to score so many goals. So that's very positive. Overall, I think the defense was pretty well. Even if the opponent had one of the best attacking players in the world, we controlled her the most of the time at least. So that was a good experience for us to play against top player. But like I said, I felt that we did a good game.
So you had Black Queens head coach Kim Las-Biokegren. Let's move on to some other stuff now. And FIFA President Gianni Infantino says players and clubs are thrilled to compete in the ongoing FIFA Club World Cup, calling it a true celebration of global football. Now, the month-long tournament features 32 of the world's best clubs with major prize money at stake. Now, the winner could end up with as much as £30 million. Let's get to Gianni Infantino. He shared his thoughts on the tournament.
Well, I think the players who play, they are loving it. Harry Kane, yesterday, captain of the English team, yesterday night, he played in Miami with Bayern Munich against Boca Juniors. Exactly, a fantastic match, great fans. And Harry Kane gave an interview saying it's a fantastic competition, it's beautiful. So they love it. Those who are not there, of course, they would love to be there. You know, has...
You had FIFA President Gianni Infantino. A quick run through the games from yesterday, and River Plate and Monterrey played out a goalless draw. Juventus beat Wydad by 4-0, while Real Madrid were also 3-1 winners over Pachuca. When you look at the other games, Salzburg and Al Hilal played out a goalless draw as well, and then Manchester City beat Al Ain by 6-0. Later tonight, Atletico Madrid up against Brazilian side Botafogo, and then the Seattle Sounders also taking on Paris Saint-Germain. Let's finish off with some basketball from the NBA, and the OKC Thunder have been crowned champions of the 2025 NBA season after defeating the Indiana Pacers in Game 7. 103-91 is how the game ended. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander named Finals MVP to complete one of the greatest individual seasons in league history. He shared a few thoughts.
It feels amazing. So much weight off my shoulders. So much stress relieved. Like, no matter what, like, you go into every night wanting to win, and sometimes it just doesn't go your way. And tonight could have been one of those nights, but we found a way. I'm so proud of this group. I wouldn't have rather done it with any other group in the world. It feels good to be a champion.
The regular season MVP and finals MVP Shea Gilgeous-Alexander speaking there. Meanwhile, Indiana Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton is confirmed to have ruptured his Achilles after playing just 7 minutes in the finals. He is expected to be out for a prolonged spell. And in some trade news, Kevin Durant is on the move again after being traded to the Houston Rockets by the Suns in return for Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, the number 10 pick in the draft, and 5 second-round picks. That's all for this morning's edition of Kickoff. I am Benjamin Nketia. There's more sports at citysportsonline.com.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, we improve your life. Polytank is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the Polytank, we did Papa no no, 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 Ankasa. Polytank, the original, always the best.
Do you ever wonder how your car's engine is doing as you drive?
Not often.
Does it feel confident and protected, or is it tired and struggling?
I have a busy schedule, so I leave matters of my engine to Shell V-Power. With Shell V-Power, you can feel confident because it is the best ever fuel designed for performance and efficiency. Shell V-Power removes performance-robbing deposits, so you can feel protected.
Fill up with Shell V-Power at a Shell service station near you. Feel confidence, feel protection, and feel performance over and over again with Shell V-Power. Fuel the feeling with Shell V-Power. Go well.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
The Money Matter segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matter segment with Petra. Stocks and savings accounts are great to truly build wealth. You need more. Real estate can be a powerful addition to your portfolio. Property is a long-term asset that often holds and usually increases in value, even when markets dip. With Petra's Easy Homes, you can invest in real estate with flexible plans and expert guidance. It's part of a smart, diversified portfolio. Just like a stool needs more than one leg to stand, your future needs more than one income stream. Dial *447*70# and let's do life together. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matter segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680 884 or 0307 086 370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
When the pain is too much, don't know what else to do. So rapping all, we'll take the pain away. Rapping all,
Rapinol is what you need. Rapinol will relieve you of all aches and pain in your body. Rheumatic pain, menstrual pain, body pain, toothaches, and other feverish conditions. Rapinol is a quality product from Ganex Itin Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. Not suitable for children below 16 years old, asthmatic, and ulcer patients. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you a residential and a commercial property owner in Airport, Cantonment, Laboni, East Airport, and other high-end areas in Accra and looking for a trusted real estate agency to work with? Is your office in need of an agency that can provide accommodation to all your expatriates? Realtor and Tours is your trusted partner to get the job done. Contact Realtor and Tours at www.realtortoursgh.com or call us on 054 496 5779 and 053-006-4754. Our first 5 callers get 5% discount on their agency fees. Realtor and Tours. Enjoy true hospitality with convenience and comfort.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, this here's another one for the steppers. DJ Wayne Williams, put the record on. Our favorite crew, we stand to win the whole night through. And what do when we're all dressed up and in the mood? We stand to what a stepper's rule. Where do we go soon as the weekend gets here? The club. Why? To party and have some fun. What is it that can come and take away all your stress? Tell me. Music. Of all the questions you have passed my test. Happy people. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Keeps the world turning. Oh, yeah. Turning. I believe that happy people. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Keeps us all dancing, dancing, dancing. Whoa. Happy people. Yeah. 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 Keeps us all stepping, stepping, stepping. And happy people. Yeah. Yeah. Keeps the music. Tell me, now what do you do?
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
What do you say when a gentleman asks you to dance? You say yes and then get on the dance floor. Even when it seems we're going through some hard times, what do? Keep smiling, 'cause we know we're gonna make it through. Now, what is it that can come and take away all your stress? Tell me. Music. All the questions you have passed my test. Happy people. Yeah. Yeah. Keeps the
And we certainly are happy people, combining work and happiness. What a weekend. Happy birthday to Kojo Chumbuafo, Chief Executive Officer of the Financial Intelligence Center. Wishing you God's blessings, happiness, and many, many, many more from the big team. This is really from the You Will Never Walk Alone family, led by Kofi Chamating and the team. We call him KTB. Let me say good morning to another member of the platform, Mr. Alex Mold. Alex Mold. You know, Alex Mold is a great guy. Yesterday, for all 3 days he was there. You know, he's the head of MIDA now. So he's doing agric and he was selling pepper for us. He was just happy. Chewing kebab. He said we should do a vote for the best kebab for the weekend. You know, Alex Mold was just amazing. You could feel the passion for agriculture. You know, Alex Mold, great job. Thank you for your support. I want to thank who else? Okay, well, Alex Mold actually sent me a proper message. You guys did a yeoman's job. Congrats. The team was great both days I went. And we needed a poll on the best kebabs using some criteria other than value for money analysis. Quite interesting. Well, the MIDA has been a great organization, and hopefully next year MIDA can collaborate with us on the Agri Fair. Let me also recognize, who else should I recognize? Former Chief Justice Georgina Wood, we spotted you there doing your thing. We spotted Professor Kwesi Yanka, Madame Elizabeth Ohine, and lots of people. Too many people to mention this morning. Thank you for your support. Thank you for making the Agri Fair successful. Thank you for our CSIR scientists who came to deliver the workshops on snail farming, on piggery, on beekeeping to produce honey, on fish farming, catfish and aquaculture, on coconut and oil palm production, on rabbit rearing, on poultry farming, on rapid multiplication of yam. Rapid multiplication of yam. Charlie, we learned this. So, you know, I told the guy, I want a course on rapid multiplication of money. You know, I mean, if you can multiply yam rapidly, why can't you multiply money? But he said he doesn't have that.
But the yam will result in money.
So I'm told. So rapid multiplication of yam was one course. There's one to the call from seed to soil. From seed to sale. You know, and then the most popular, can you guess the most popular workshop? The most popular workshop in terms of the workshop that had the most, I'm talking about the clinics, right? The most attendance. Of all the things I've mentioned, which one do you think had the most people attending?
Rearing tilapia?
That was the second. The rearing is fish. That was the second highest. So fish farming was the second. And it was catfish, not tilapia.
Not tilapia.
So fish was the second.
Then the first will be poultry.
Poultry was the third highest.
Hey, is it rabbit?
No, rabbit was close to poultry, but it wasn't the highest.
But still in livestock.
You're supposed to guess. You're supposed to guess. There was also mushroom and fruit juice production.
Okay.
So let me go through the list again. So there's snail farming, poultry, piggery, rabbit production, beekeeping for honey production, mushroom and fruit juice production, coconut and oil palm production, rapid multiplication of yam, from soil to sale. I think I've forgotten something. Yeah, those are some of them. Snail production.
Oh.
Snail production had close to 80 participants. Probably more. People want to really grow snails. The way I see you don't eat snails, eh?
I do.
Okay. You don't look like somebody who eats snails.
Now, if you want
you eat snails, eh?
I do. In some fufu and palm nut soup.
You know that you're in the spirit. Flesh and blood has not revealed this to you. You know, as Jesus said to Peter, flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father in heaven. So a lot of people came for the snail production, which was delivered by the Forest Research Institute of CSR, because apparently snails, they multiply in forest, but you can create forest conditions for them to multiply. And because they are easy to, it's not high maintenance. You just need a small cage, make it damp, add they can eat palm husk. You know, a lot of people came to learn that. A lot of people came to. I just want to eat. I bought snails to eat. You know, so I'm looking forward to some palm nut soup this weekend. Yeah, snails are really, really good. I'm told that there's 17 tons is the demand for snails in Ghana, and we produce only 3 tons.
So the rest import?
So I'm not sure if it's 17,000 or 17 tons, but something like basically we need 17 and we produce like 3.
And we import the rest?
We import snails from Cote d'Ivoire. According to,
oh my goodness.
I'm reliably informed that we import snails from Cote d'Ivoire.
Wow.
Yeah, because we don't produce enough. So now that we are having this training, we need more people to produce on a large scale. Because I'm told that snails can be more expensive than chicken per gram, because it's a delicacy.
But as you're saying, it doesn't appear that it's costly to produce them.
No.
It's in your home.
No, but I think that the scale you need to do it for us to meet the demand needs to be large size. So maybe you can have a farm with different things, and you have your snail things in there. So like a major farm where you can have your snail. I don't know what to call it, a coop. Charlie, please, what's the place? Is a snail pen or snail cage or snail coop or snail whatever. So
Bernard, let me just get into it a bit. So you get a male and a female snail to start with. How do you do it?
So there are snails that that's a good question. I didn't go to the class, but what I'm told is that the snail, they mate. So they multiply. So they are like I don't know what I don't want to call them. Fish is called fingerlings, but I don't know the name for the small snail. So whatever that name is,
the baby snail.
You have some, and then there are some. The adults can also mate and multiply.
Okay.
But basically, they are not high maintenance. You just keep the place damp, and they will reproduce, and they will just eat whatever you give them. And
they need soil.
Soil is fine. You can also just pour the contombre leaves on the ground, make it a bit damp, and then you can have a small wooden structure, which is a bit high, because then they won't escape. And then you just make sure they are fed. They'll grow, they'll multiply.
How many times a day are you looking at feeding?
I wasn't in the class. I was the coordinator of the class, so I don't know. But they say just make sure they are eating. You know, for the chicken, I'm told chicken, the broilers, what you need to do is to make sure they have food and water, because the broilers do only 3 things: they eat, they drink, and they sleep. And they said the broilers are so lazy that you don't even want them to walk far for the food. So the guy said the broiler, you want them to conserve all their energy so that they will grow. So basically, give them food, make sure the feed is close to where they are, the water is close, and then they'll sleep. So don't let them even walk. They don't want to walk, they just want to grow for you. You know, unlike the layers who are a bit busier. They know how to move around, eat, and then come and lay. But the broilers are just, But what I was looking for that I didn't find, I'm told there are layers and broilers, and there's something called croilers. So apparently, croilers are free-range chickens. So let's assume you go to Sky's farm. I'm speaking Professor. He has like a 6-acre farm. He can have his poultry farm where they are in the cage. But the croilers are the ones, these our normal chicken who have multicolors. But you leave them to just
the
roam.
local birds.
Yes, that's the one that the meat is nice. So those ones, you make sure there's food around, but they roam around in the house.
And funny, they will return wherever they go.
But you have a big land, so they are walking in the house. It's a big farm place, and they are eating, they are running around, they are scratching. But then you catch them. It made me remember something sad. When we were young, those days. My mother, when you have to first catch the chicken and kill it. Sometimes when you don't catch the chicken, you have to throw a basket to just trap it and you catch it. So one day my brother killed the chicken. And you see, when you kill the chicken, we would prefer hot water. So when you kill the chicken, prepare hot water in a big basin. Then the first thing you do is that we, the younger ones, we come and remove the feathers. So you pour. I'm not sure whether you pour the water on it or put it in the water. I don't remember. But basically, it's hot water. Yes, whatever. So my brother slaughtered. I think there were supposed to be 2. So he slaughtered the thing. I think he wasn't happy. He slaughtered the thing. I won't tell you which of my brothers. I have 3 brothers. I won't tell you which one did it. slaughtered the thing, and then me and my sister, we had the water there. So Opana brought the chicken where we poured the water. Charlie, as we pour the water, the chicken is flying. It be like the guy, make the blood drain finish or something. I don't know whether I don't know what happened that day. And these things, before my mother comes from work, we are supposed to have done the chicken everything. Charlie, the chicken, Charlie, I don't know how I left the room. I don't know where I passed, whether the window. I still don't remember how I left that room. Charlie?
What were you afraid of?
I don't know.
It's reason from the Lord.
Resurrection power has got a chicken. Hey, my brother. Charlie, that day.
So did you manage to get it back? And
so
finish
apparently
the job?
it was his last power that he used to do that thing. But I don't think we ate that chicken. I don't think we ate that chicken. No, that chicken, no, me, I didn't eat some. I'll never eat. I don't even think we ate it.
What if it was a trap?
I don't know why. Whether when he finished killing the thing, he hadn't. I don't know.
No, you see, normally you put you pull the two legs together.
So we dig a hole.
Then you lock it.
Yes.
And then you sever the neck
and make the blood drain
properly.
Yeah, but usually
when you finish, then you twist the neck.
Yeah, but you see, you don't remove the head. You leave it on.
Yes.
Small.
You sever it. Properly.
Yes. So I think it hadn't.
But you have to hold it a bit.
You see, this is 1988 matter. They tell you. Hey, that day.
Yeah.
Only God.
When it is properly gone,
yeah,
then you fold the head
and put it in
under the thing. Then you know that you have.
We know all these things,
in the execution, the devil is a liar.
Oh my God! That day, So the chicken was good, but it was.
So you couldn't eventually consume.
I don't think I ate that chicken that day. I don't remember what happened that day. I was traumatized. Hey, Charlie. And at that stage, I hadn't gotten to the stage of killing chicken. I think I was 7 or 8 years old. Yeah. So to my bigger, I'm the youngest of the boys. So I had big brothers. Charlie, we used to work. Hey, my brothers, they stop it. Me when I started growing small stability, my brothers they hustle in Ghana. Hey, my brothers to go to market and things. We the younger ones, we grew up. When you are a firstborn, secondborn, Charlie, you do things.
Also,
by the time they come back, you have to do everything, Charlie. So it was a big thing. Let me do some birthday requests this morning.
We should hold a minute silence for it.
Charlie, that chicken matters. On this day, a star was born. Divinity visited humanity and gave us gifts. Apostle Dr. Claudio Bafo Tete, human founder of Ministry Embassy International. You are a gift not only to us but to the ministry and the entire world. So today your sons and daughters give God all the praise for giving us such an amazing father. Happy birthday and may Yahweh shower his blessings on you. Apostle Dr. Bafo Tete. Happy birthday to Michael Petit Maugbe, FO Maugbe of the Ghana International Press Center. To Odinehu Kweku Apia, Chairman Koka, you're such an amazing person. I wish you a wonderful day and a year filled with love, joy, knowledge, and wisdom. May all dreams come true. Happy 40th to Assistant Inspector Emanuela Moako of Ghana Immigration Service, Tema, from husband Aaron Jidula of Bank of Ghana. May this year bring you the blessings you give so freely to others. You deserve the best of everything. Francisca, are there any more?
Yes, we've got lots more. And glorious belated happy birthday to you, Emilia Baden Emisa of the Ministry of Interior and formerly of the Ministry of Health. Yesterday was your birthday. May God grant you all that you wish for yourself. Yes, another one. Happy birthday to Reverend C.B. Adriama, the District Minister of PCG. Also from the entire congregation. Happy glorious birthday to you, Chief Inspector Andrews Yao Asari of CID Headquarters. We wish you God's blessings from your sister, Mrs. Evelyn Dramina Ado, Manager of Bright Havens Montessori, Abokobi. Happy 40th birthday to Assistant Inspector. I think you already touched on this one. Yes.
Yeah, let me do one more. Happy birthday to Judia Owusuan Song of Assurance Department, Deloitte, Chelsea Adonting and Joachim Osefree of Tax and Regulatory Department, and Jefferson Kojoba France of the Audit Department. Also belated birthday to Kezia Mwako and Nuruddin Ali of Audit Department, and Maxine Seshi of Tax and Regulatory from your country managing partner. All of Deloitte, that's from Daniel Kojo Owusu and staff. Oh my God. If you're looking for faster, smarter, and more secure way to manage your finances, look no further with the award-winning Fab mobile and internet banking solutions. Banking is now easier and faster and more convenient than you think. Join the Purple Bank today and experience the Purple experience. It's safe, easy, and secure. First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. For those who love chocolate, get your hands on the Kabi's goodness. It's a chocolate made in Ghana proudly. Perfect treat for yourself or as a thoughtful gift for someone. Available at Palace Mall branches, Migmat, East Legon, and Laboni, Wild Gecko Handcraft Shop, Akotuka, and in the US, a number of places like the Abyss Market in Romeoville, in the Chicago area, One African Market, and A Plus Store, all of those in the Chicago district. Kabi also produces custom-made chocolate gifts for corporate events and businesses. Ghana's digital and landscape is evolving. You can't afford to miss it. Join us for the State of the Digital in Ghana 2025 to discover the latest digital trends from mobile internet growth to the rise of social media and e-commerce. Essential insights for anyone looking to thrive in Ghana's digital economy. It's on 27 June. That's, I think that's Friday. It's via Zoom at 1 p.m., 250 cities only to attend. So whether you're a business owner, marketer, or just passionate about tech, this session is for you. It will give you the tools you need to stay ahead in the game. Limited spaces available. So register by dialing *713 *33 *22 hash. Let me repeat that. *713 *33 *229 hash. Or visit idm.edu.gh. So this is for the launch of the State of Digital in Ghana 2025. This event is brought to you by Pop Out and the Institute of Digital Marketing. This July, all roads lead to Ghana, to the Grand Arena at Accra International Conference Center for the Ghana Investment Trade Week, featuring Africa Build Show and Megawatt 2025. From 2nd to 4th July, experience a dynamic showcase of Africa's infrastructure with over 1,500 delegates, 200 plus B2B sessions, and 60 plus top-tier exhibitors, all under one roof. This unmissable event is in partnership with GHCCI and brings you exclusive access to CEO top table meetings, live networking and exhibition, investor matchmaking, and VIP networking. You also stand a chance to win smartphones daily at the Ghana Investment Trade Week. So this is for investors, entrepreneurs, policy makers. This is your event. You can go to gitwsummit.com or call 024-552-9467 to register now.
So the Office of the Registrar of Companies is sending its message of reminder to all registered business owners, company directors, secretaries, and partners of incorporated partnerships in Ghana. Listen, there will be no extension beyond 30th of June. You already know this. That's the deadline for the filing of your annual returns and renewal of business names. Now, if you fail to do that, you're going to pay 1,000 Ghana Citi fine in addition to the fees that you have to file. So the other notice is that the ORC does not operate any Momo accounts, therefore disregard any such request for Momo payments. The number to call or WhatsApp or even Telegram is 0595 25774 059 952 5774. On social media, ORC Ghana is the handle. ORC is a trusted partner for business.
So far, so good. I've enjoyed. I mean, the number of people I've seen here at this time. I mean, I thought right now it would be low, but I know tomorrow here will be packed, and so I'm sure tomorrow things will be good. And it's also good for the exhibitors that after this, I mean, they'll get more patronage. You know, so you guys have done well. You guys are.
We also have Ministry of Agric, and we have Feed Ghana. Yes, quite impressive, right? No, I mean, but it's good. It's good. Yeah. So today we had Gilbert talk about Kokon Kete and all that. Yeah. So can you throw more light on that? The Feed Ghana.
Yeah, the Feed Ghana is about feeding ourselves, feeding the industry, and then exporting the rest. And we're feeding ourselves. We just want to produce more food. And always there are excesses, and the excesses is what we push to the industries to add value, and then after that we export. And so it's a good time to be a farmer. It's a good time to be in the agro-business space in Ghana, and let's all help. I mean, we as government, we cannot do everything alone. We need the participation of private sector and participation of guys like you who are promoting, agro-business. So kudos.
But as Deputy Minister of Agriculture, and also for who you are, so a lot of people look up to you because you have, when you started farming, we took it as, but how can a celebrity, so it sounded like a bit like a joke. I mean, John Bello can't be a farmer. No, I mean, I'm looking at who you are. Right. We did not think exactly superstar, so we took it as maybe,
those things.
I mean, just a hobby kind of something. But you are a great role model when you talk about young people in farming. So what would you tell our young people, in terms of employment, in terms of changing the narrative about agriculture and getting young people in there?
Some, like you rightly said, but some people feel as if farming is for some level or some group of people, forgetting that when they are saying that they've eaten, imagine there's no food in Ghana for like 2-3 days. I mean, there'll be chaos, and that food has to come from somewhere, and that food has to come from farmers. And so it's very important for all of us to get into farming. When you go to other countries, most farmers, commercial farmers are very rich. Even in Ghana, most commercial farmers are rich. I'm not there yet. So hopefully I'll get to that commercial level where, everything will be okay. But I think it's good for us to get into farming. Or, like I said, not everybody can be a farmer. But everybody can get into agribusiness. I mean, the value chain is long, from producing sacks to packaging materials to transportation to whatever it is. And so it's important for all of us to get into it so that we are self-sufficient. Recently, I was in Korea to learn about how they've done their rice production, and it's about efficiency. So we have the land, but we should also not forget that we should efficiently use the land in the right way to maximize our production. And that's what the Ministry of Food and Agric, and that's what the government is about.
So highlights from the Agri Fair, John Dumelo there. Richie Sky,
yes.
How was it for you?
It was an interesting one. Felt exhausted after. First of all, I did shopping.
Yes.
And before that, I met people.
Yes.
And during that, I met people.
More
people talking to kids who had come with their parents.
Amazing.
Who say they love what we do and needed words of inspiration. All of that worked into one. But so let me start from Friday. Friday we left here after the show. We went to do our law-related stuff.
Nice.
And then subsequently I picked up... in fact, I was coming there when Kakra called me that Charlie, what's
happening with the
fair?
So you stormed there on Friday.
I had to storm there on Friday. Went through the traffic, picked her up, and then we came there. By the time we got there, Charlie, we couldn't find anything.
Everything
was Charlie.
You came there late.
So I had to come the next day.
Saturday?
Yes, Saturday, to come and do proper shopping.
Correct for 3 points.
And then I entered the market with Kafui.
Yeah, man.
Enter the net.
Yes, and then, Patrick joined me.
Correct.
Yes. So
holding the basket.
Holding the basket.
Yeah,
and then we were going, with Deji, that thing that happens. I had Tusu or Deji. I had everything.
Yes.
We're doing all of that.
Yeah.
And we got many of the things that we needed. At some point, though, some of the things, had run out and I couldn't get them. Then yesterday.
Sunday there, when I got there, you're already there.
I did there.
Sunday, I got there around 8:30, you're already there.
That's right, because I didn't want anybody to cheat me.
You didn't want any surprises?
Not at all. So I went yesterday again. Kafi helped me together with Patrick, and we're able to do fantastic shopping.
Yeah.
Loaded the car. Patrick went to dispose of the things in the house.
You loaded the car?
Oh, I loaded it properly. You have
a large family. And Madam has traveled.
Yeah.
So you were performing duties. No, you delivered. Yeah, you did well.
Yeah,
You
so
did well.
yes. It was a great experience, meeting fantastic people, wonderful people who listened to us, left everything they were doing just so they could come and do shopping. Of course, I mean, it was disappointing that demand had exceeded supply.
We need to work on production in Ghana. We need to produce more.
Exactly.
And we also need to find a way of bringing the produce to the right place. Let me say good morning to the board chair of the Horticultural Business Platform. They are one of our sponsors. They came with lots of their businesses. It's chaired by Catherine Krobo-Edusei. She's also the MD of Eden Tree. I got one of their nice juices. They have some beautiful hampers of fruits. Fruit hampers that they sell. And the Horticultural Platform came up with, I think, almost 10 or so exhibitors of various products. So congrats to them as well.
Yeah, so I was at the CSIR their stall, if I can call it that. There's another institution, state institution. It's another one.
NSS?
Water Research, yes.
Okay,
I bought tilapia from them.
Yeah.
And then also I got chicken from National Service Farms.
The National Service said to me that they sold over 1 week's worth of chicken. In fact, more, because they sold over 1,200 pieces of chicken.
Whoa.
In the 3 days. He said they have never sold chicken like that.
Wow.
Even in weeks.
Wow.
So the amount of sales they made, I spoke to Agro Kings. They said every day they ran out. He said day 1 they ran out, day 2 they brought double, they ran out, day 3 they finished. So the sales were massive. It was like people really came to buy.
Urban Jungle, I got some fantastic carrots and other, bell pepper, all of those things. I got them from
vegetables from Urban Jungle.
Solid.
When I got to the fish tilapia place, that finished. I got there Sunday evening because I was doing clinic. So when I got there, but they said they can do delivery.
Yes.
So they bring some to me.
Yes. I got some honey too from some other joints. I mean, I was all over the place. I don't even remember some of the names.
And then
CSIR brought honey.
Yes, and then there's B for development. They also supply honey.
Yes, I bought the B
from
for
the.
There was also
rabbit in the.
Yeah, so the day Friday we went, some woman came to protest that the rabbit.
Why?
Oh, Charlie, she was invoking human rights, animal rights law. Serious, and I was feeling bad.
She was invoking what?
Charlie, animal rights matter. And the Kaka went to join the protest. So we went to stand there like for 1 hour.
They said they will let you sell. You don't let you buy.
Kaka joined them that no, as for this rabbit we can't kill it. That she was feeling guilty. So we had to.
They were so cute.
So some young man also came the other day and told the father that he wanted the father to buy all the rabbits so they would take it home because these people are killing the rabbits, and it felt so like bad.
So she eats rabbit again.
Charlie, last night when everybody left, so I went there to good breastfeed. I ordered 2. Me and Larry Dogbe, Vivian and the rest. So these are my accomplices.
You see the rabbit and Bernard, it's point and kill. So you see this cute creature.
Oh, you point it.
Yes.
And they kill it for you.
Kill it then, no.
That's good. That's good. Fresh.
Point and kill.
They add pepper. Kaka said she couldn't live with that.
No, if they say by the meat, I'm be knowing. That one you enjoy.
Check and social media trends is next. Susu is already here.
Yes, and it's brought to us by Telecel and First Bank. First Bank says, look, come and reconnect with us. If you're an old customer, you've not used your account in a long time, let us treat you to the gold standard of banking once again. You know how we do it. So find our socials and on X, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. We will provide a link in our bio. Alternatively, visit any of our branches nationwide. We are happy to serve you. Call us on 0596 921 921 and we are good to serve you. Shoot us an email, firstsolutions@firstbankgroup.com. First Bank, you first.
Mr. Graham is here with the segment. Susu, take it up.
Yeah, so a lot of basketball last night. It was.
Is it?
Yeah, game 7 of the NBA finals. So last, all die be die. Win or go home, for the championship.
Was that the last game?
Yeah, so they are done for the year. So they will come back in October. So
it was at 4-3.
Yeah, 40, yeah, exactly. So the Oklahoma
City. Is that their first title?
well, it's their first standard as Oklahoma City, but their organization was in Seattle before they won a championship. Then America, they moved their teams around.
It pains me for the Pacers.
Yeah, and their star player tore his Achilles in the first quarter.
Oh,
yeah, Tyrese Halliburton, he tore his Achilles. So it was very. It was the way they poured some salt in the Gary, but it was still a decent game. But interestingly enough, just before the game, Kevin Durant, the MVP, he was traded. Former MVP was traded to the Houston Rockets. So a big day for the NBA, of course. Very, very interesting day. Then a bit of Club World Cup. So Pachuca, they were in the trends. They played Real Madrid. Very interesting match.
It was a great game.
Yeah.
Courtois did very well.
Oh, Courtois, he always does well.
But Trent did well too.
Yeah. I think he's growing into the game. And of course, Marco, what's his name? No Marco. I think he's a Marco. Raul Asensio. Marco Asensio is the Aston Villa. Raul Asensio was in the trends after his red card. And do you know who he brought down?
Yes, the former Rondon.
Yeah, Solomon Rondon.
Formerly of something.
Newcastle, West Brom and Everton. So a serious throwback. There. So Garnacho is also in the trends. He was wearing an Aston Villa jersey with Marcus Rashford on the back on holiday.
He's not a serious player.
And the Manchester United fans are not happy. They are not happy with Garnacho. They said that how can he wear another team shirt? But it's also his friend's shirt. He has Rashford on the back.
They should give him space.
But as far as Ruben Amorim has told him he can leave. So it's not like he's wanted at the club anyway. So it's just a bit complicated. So just a lot of interesting sports, happening over the weekend. So, but now that a lot of the basketball is done, I think it's be a lot of Club World Cup. So let's see how that goes.
All right.
And for tech news, Tesla is rolling out their robo taxis. So Tesla is having their driverless taxis. They are rolling it out in Texas. So you can see them driving around. And we are looking to see how that will go. But you're not a fan, eh?
No, I won't say anything. I haven't said anything.
I'm a fan.
I haven't said anything.
It's a great experience you should have. Order it like regular Uber. It will come. You they don't make the mistakes that ordinary drivers.
So if the internet goes off.
No, that is why you work to ensure that everything is working.
No, but I understand what you are saying. They will follow the rules and that kind of stuff. But once the internet goes off, what happens?
There are always backups and protocols that are in place to deal with problems like that. Yes.
Since 1894, we've witnessed the evolution of a brand and proudly partnered with its people on the path to prosperity. From the ink-stained ledgers of the past to the lightning-fast transactions of today, First Bank has consistently adapted, embracing innovation while cherishing the legacy of our heritage and making giant strides across the globe. It's not just about banking, it's about enabling your success generation after generation. Our legacy defined the past, shaped the present, and in 2094, we will still be fostering financial security and stability for future generations. We are helping to create a future where the possibilities are infinite, the opportunities borderless, and where the world looks up to Africa. Let's awaken the giant in you. You first. First Bank.
There is small money, there is big money, and there is too much money. Telecel Too Much Money promo is here. Dial *500# to opt in. In the Telecel Too Much Money promo, you can win 100 Ghana cedis cash in the daily draws, 20,000 Ghana cedis in the weekly draws, and 1.2 million Ghana cedis in the grand draw. That's 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Simply reload airtime to end points to stand a chance to win. Dial *500# or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in now for the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Ocho, it's 3 a.m. What's now?
Ya tisubiomo, ya tisubiomo.
Ocho, Not again. It's 4 a.m. What's now?
Sorry. Last year was Yatisubium. This year, crowd, we've gone lower. Yasaya Tiso. I'm back with good news. Amazing news. I've been so cool. SG Ghana loans are back with even lower interest rates. If you're a salaried worker, whether you're on CAGD payroll, work with an SG Ghana listed institution, or already bank with SG Ghana, this is your time. Whether it's completing your dream home, paying school fees, or handling other personal needs, SG Ghana has the perfect loan for you. Walk into any SG Ghana branch from now till September 2025 and ask about Yasaya Tisu Loans promo. Let's help you get things done. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Did you know that worms take away nutrients from the food you eat? Just listen to them.
Brothers, yesterday the food nice, huh?
Oh yeah. That's how about woman there. She did try wa.
Charlie, something come on. It be food.
It did taste like banana.
Eh, make a taste some. Make me try a taste. Make a taste. Hey, something is doing me.
Something is doing me too.
Oh, it be Vermox.
Vermox banana flavored dewormer is available in both suspension and tablet and is suitable for children and adults. It's good for you, bad for worms. Not recommended for children under 2 years and pregnant women. This advert is FDA approved.
Still unbeatable. Republic Bank has slashed the city mortgage interest rate to a new low. That means it's more affordable to own your dream home. You enjoy lower monthly installments, save on interest payments, flexible loan arrangements, and more. Make the move. Own your home at a lower teen interest rate. But hurry, this offer lasts for a limited time. Visit any Republic Bank branch or send email to myhome@republicghana.com or call Accra 054-0109-649. Kumasi 054-0109-901 to apply today and enjoy a teen interest rate. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Looking for the latest buzz in Ghana's entertainment world? Welcome to Ghana Weekend, your ultimate destination for all things creativity and entertainment.
Stay in the loop with breaking news, exclusive interviews, and then insider stories from your favorite creatives and stars. From music, movies, fashion and art, lifestyle and culture, Ghana Weekend brings it all together. Get a daily dose of entertainment, discover new talent, and never miss out on the creativity that defines our vibrant culture.
Stay connected with us across all platforms. Follow us on Instagram with the handle Ghana Weekend, on X Ghana Weekend, on TikTok Ghana Weekend, at Ghana Weekend TV on YouTube for the latest in entertainment, travel, and everything Ghana. Don't miss out. Join the Ghana Weekend family today. Ghana Weekend, where entertainment meets creativity. Visit GhanaWeekend.com now.
Options may bring. Convenience may bring.
Open up a world of financial convenience with Solace. Download the Solace Finance app from the Play Store or App Store today. Solace.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
If you were at the Agri Fair, send us a comment. Let's know what your experience was. We are happy to read it. 17 minutes past 8. This is the morning after a very busy weekend. I'm here with Richard Sky, Francis Kakaka Forson, Caleb Kuda, and Susu Graham. This is Ben Braco.
Yeah, man.
You know, the thing about Ben Braco is that when you play one song, you have to play the other one.
Yes, please.
This is Mekomu Chrome.
Yes, I can't toss it.
Yeah, no. The one is, you know, the one you and me and Sky will like.
Yes.
You know that one?
Yeah. This is
pa pa pa
banana pam pam
banana pa pa
pa pa pa banana pam pam pa pa pa. Maybe that's
yeah, that one. You agree fair. Yes.
Yeah, agree fair.
Thank you. No, Charlie, the font is coming. Oh yes, Diana. Ebe say what? Me they can't even. Ebe say what?
Hey, the mad na.
Ebe say what?
Yes, how bad?
Charlie, the font there is Charlie. Me sexy language.
Ebe posh.
It's like bread and egg. The B. Fancy. Too much. Only move. Charlie, can you deliver the LPM in Fancy for me?
Oh, no, let's see that. I don't know. Oh, yeah, possible.
Prudential Bank mobile app campaign. Welcome to Seamless. No, I can't do that.
You can't do that. Just do the English and be free. Don't stress yourself.
Welcome to Seamless Banking with the Prudential Bank mobile app. Perform instant transactions, link mobile money wallets, scan GHQR to pay, manage your cards, transfer money between banks, and do so much more. No more banking hours. Experience simple, secure, and convenient banking wherever you are 24/7. Download the PBL mobile app now from Apple App Store, Google Play Store, and Huawei App Gallery. Visit the Prudential Bank website or social media platforms for more. Prudential Bank, truly dependable.
Right. Now imagine waking up to serenity every day, surrounded by nature's beauty and luxury at your fingertips in a gated estate you can be proud to call home. At Western Villas, located at Ayimens, our stunning homes redefine elegance. Each home is a masterpiece designed with precision and love. There are amenities like swimming pools, gym, playground, and everything you desire. We also have executive plots for sale at McCarthy Hill, strategically located and offers unparalleled views, easy access to amenities, and endless possibilities for executive living. With just 5% deposit, you can reserve your space. So contact us today and own a luxury home at Ayimensa or an executive plot at McCarthy Hill. Call us on 0536 50 22 95. www.westernvillas.com is where to visit online for more details.
And you deserve a brand new car. Volkswagen Ghana is offering Virtus Highline Saloon, Tiguan Life SUV, and Amarok pickup at used car prices. Where's the pride in driving an old used car when you could have purchased the brand new Volkswagen at the same price? Same price. Just walk into a Volkswagen retail outlet with your used car budget and you may drive out a brand new car. Take advantage now. Call or WhatsApp VW Ghana on 025-795-6688 for more information about our range of models: Virtus, T-Cross, Tiguan All-Space, Terramont, and the Amarok pickup. Volkswagen, rise and thrive. Drive VW, drive Ghana. Hurry while stock lasts. T's and C's apply.
So this is for all the food lovers out there. Let me let you in on a little kitchen secret. You know, one of the ingredients that can make your stews and soups taste great, right? That's the Gino tomato mix. It's thick, it's red, it's rich, and that's just the way you like it. And guess what? It's enriched with vitamins A, D3, fiber, and zinc, treating your family to tasty and delicious meals. So with Gino tomato mix, you can never go wrong. So go on, make your next meal unforgettable with a thick, red, rich Gino tomato mix. Gino, because Gino truly cares. Once again, the Office of the Registrar of Companies is sending a message to all business owners, company directors, secretaries, and partners of incorporated partnerships in Ghana. You know how we do it. The deadline for the filing of your annual returns and the renewal of your business names is 30th of June, and there will be no extension. Please be reminded there will be a fine, a penalty of 1,000 Ghana cedis in addition to your filing fees. The notice to the general public is that we don't operate any Momo account, so please be warned. 059-952-5774 is the number. You can WhatsApp or Telegram. We are good to go. There has never been a better time to get things done, and SG Ghana is making it possible. Our low interest loans are back. So that's what we call it. So if you're a salary worker or you're on the Controller and Accountant General Department's payroll, you work with an SG Ghana listed institution, or already you bank with us, this is your time. From now until the end of September, please apply and receive a loan from SG Ghana for your personal and business purposes. Still, so visit any of our branches, call us 0302-214-314. Call us and get more on Yasanteso loans promo today. SG Ghana, the future is you.
Let's take some comments from the fair. Before that, this is the Minister for Agric and MP for Esunafo South, Eric Opoku. He passed through on Saturday together with the Deputy Minister for Trade, Samson. Here are highlights of the interactions with participants.
Foremost, let me thank Citi FM and then Channel 1 for providing this platform, a platform to governance support and generate interest of the people of Ghana in agriculture. You are aware that agriculture is the soul of our economy. It feeds our people, creates jobs, sustains our industries, and anchors our trade. In fact, agriculture is everything. You all understand that a hungry man is not a free man. And so for us to free our people, give them absolute freedom, we need to produce food in abundance to feed the people of Ghana. As we speak, we import a lot of food into Ghana. Our food import bill is estimated above $2 billion annually. And so every year, we throw away $2 billion to the foreign market to go and buy food to supplement local production. So clearly, our agricultural landscape is a paradox which must be looked at critically. Nature has bestowed on us a lot of agricultural potentials. We have the land in abundance, we have water, we have cheap labor, and we are close to market after it's here. So we have what it takes to use agriculture to engender economic growth. And that is why His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, has set for this government an agenda called Agriculture for Economic Transformation Agenda. And to be able to actualize this, we have a flagship program, which is called the Feed Ghana program. The purpose of this program, or the intention, is to ensure that we are able to produce enough food to feed the people of Ghana, as well as industries or agro-industries here in Ghana. It is only when we are able to establish that strong relationship between agriculture and industry that we can throw out the millions of jobs that the youth and the women, the people of Ghana, expect us to do. And so what I've seen here is an effort that will support government to realize its agenda. And that's the reason why we are all raising praises or showering praises on the Channel 1 TV and the Citi FM for this all-important program, this bold initiative to bring changes to get the Ghanaian people to accept that agriculture is the way forward. In fact, to most of our youth, they see agriculture as a profession belonging to those neglected by society.
And old people.
And old people, especially so because when you go to our secondary schools, If a student is in breach of school regulations, he's assigned a portion of the school land to weed. And so growing up, they think that weeding is a form of punishment. But it's a profession that sustains a lot of people. In fact, when you look at all the big people we see around, the rich people in this country, having been in the ministry for some months now, I've come to realize that all of them are farmers. The President of the Republic of Ghana is a big-time farmer. A big-time farmer. Ibrahim Mama is a farmer. Kennedy Japan is a farmer. Otunfo Setutu is a farmer. All the big guys you see around, they are all into farming.
Honorable, are you a farmer?
I am a big-time farmer. And so it is time for us to change the narrative, to change the story, to reset the trajectory and move Ghana on the proper pathway to deliver growth and prosperity to our people. Now we have seen the farmers, and then we have also seen the processors adding value. The biggest challenge that confronts us as a nation is not from the government, it's from the people of Ghana. When you look at the farmers, they have produced. The processors have added value. But the Ghanaian consumers will go to the market and then choose the foreign product against what is produced here. If you do that, your expenditure is creating jobs elsewhere, whilst your own people are suffering. So what we must do now is to get our people to understand that every expenditure that is made on Ghanaian-made products will go to increase job opportunities for our own people. So if you want our people to be in gainful employment, let's patronize what is produced here in Ghana. Thank you very much.
As a country, because I'm from the trade, I will speak more about the marketing. And we all know that the business aspect of farming is missing as a country. Our mothers, our fathers are doing they are peasant farmers. They just produce to feed the family. But I think that at this stage we need to look at the scaling up of our production, and so that we can. The president is talking about sustainable exports, and he is chairing a committee to make sure that we export what we produce. If we're able to do export, then we have to add value to whatever we produce. And I've seen that a lot of farmers are now adding value to their produce. They are packaging very neatly, and so most farmers are now ready for the international market. And so we in the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, we have a program in place to launch the policy with regards to the agribusiness, where we will spell out benefits, advantages that exporters can take. I'm sure we'll launch it somewhere next month. When we do that, we will engage the exporters so that they can take advantage of what government has for them.
Super. Right, so Joel.
Now, there have been certain concerns by farmers and the people in the agribusiness space with regards to financing. We want to know if there are any steps or moves by the government to step in and address some of these issues.
Yes, I know that Exim Bank was basically established to support farmers who are into exports. And so I think the problem now with most of our farmers is record keeping. And so the person wants a support, but when he asks to bring a company or the record of his past production, they don't have it. And so in the ministry we have an agency responsible for that, to educate them so that they can keep records. Once we are able to keep records, there are a lot of financial institutions who are now into supporting such farmers. And so I'm sure that we in the Ministry of Trade, collaborating with the Agric Ministry, will have to look at a program and activities which will benefit our farmers. I think that it is time that we support farmers so that they can produce. And another program is the exchange rate. You know, farmers are unable to compete with their partners outside because of some of them even take it 0%. But if you come here, and so there is a deliberate policy by government to ensure that we grant soft loans, financial support to our farmers so that they can compete with their foreign partners.
All right, so those were the ministers. Minister for Agric, Eric Opoko earlier, and you heard also Samson Ahi, Deputy Minister for Trade. Let me read some reactions I've received from vendors, and then we will see how it goes. So a couple of comments coming in. Bernard, I am Francis. It was a pleasure meeting you yesterday afternoon at the fair.
Sharp.
Disappointed I could not meet the man with the biggest laugh, Richard De La Sky. Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. I was there. And I was in circulation.
If they can give you 100 per laughter, I think you can deliver it every morning. 100 cities per laugh. I enjoyed some shopping yesterday, same guy, even though I got there late in the afternoon. Like other attendees are saying, we would appreciate it if the fair were held more than once. So this is from one of my listener friends called Francis. I want to keep his surname. Here's another one. Good morning, Bernard. The fair was good. I was there early Saturday, quickly shopped and left. But to be honest, the market people are cheating us. For example, the tomato I got for 150 at the fair, it's like 300 at the market. The chicken, I made savings on as much as 90 cedis on 3 layers and 100 cedis on 3 broilers. So altogether, I saved 200 cedis, which I can even use for something else. Also, the pricing on tilapia and redfish was good. I know station events suck the life out of everyone, and a lot of funds go into logistics, because you used to work in the media. But we need something like this 2 times a year to cut out these exploitative market people. My only small complaint was the eggs. It was the same 70 cedis like in my area, so I didn't buy because there's no savings on that. But overall, very good. Also, there was no goat meat and beef.
Oh, Charlie.
My Yawa Ashoman market near the Goa Kwabenya, broiler is 180. Layer 130. I stopped buying 2 months ago. I'm Metafuson. Charlie, the woman charge. All right, let me take a few more from my personal handle before I bring in you guys to read. Good morning, Bernard. Kudos to the team, Channel 1 and Citi, for the very successful Agri-Fair. I'm Dixon Balisim from Kintampo, one of the participants at the clinics. The program is a great start to making Ghana's agricultural sector, for that matter, great. My suggestion, therefore, is that you take it to the next level by putting participants in WhatsApp groups, liaise with the research institutions, and if possible, the sponsors, to organize comprehensive training for us, the participants, at reduced cost. If we are left on our own, the knowledge we gain at the fair wouldn't be enough to get us into serious agribusiness. I assure you that if this further and comprehensive training is done, 5 to 10 years from now, we'll be having very successful farmers across the country. So the good news is that the 2 training institutions, CSIR, their various research teams, and Agri Impact have both said they will be happy to engage you. Indeed, CSIR did take phone numbers. In fact, we have phone numbers of all the participants. So with your permission, we can create those groups, or CSIR will create those groups. And they do trainings. For example, there will be training this weekend at Food Research Institute.
Oh, beautiful.
They do regular trainings, which are not very expensive for those who want to go into farming of all kinds. Agri Impact also do the same. So I'll share some of their numbers for you so that you can get in touch. Can you read more comments, guys?
Yeah, Bernard, good morning. By the time I got to the fair on Sunday afternoon, everything was finished.
Oh.
So disappointed.
Oh.
The sellers were overwhelmed.
Baba.
Friends from airport. Good morning, Bernard and team. The program was excellent. I was there on Saturday evening and yesterday as well. The live band guys were fantastic.
At the point, I felt they were playing the real song.
You should do this in other regions, and that's coming from Mangala Jerseys inside Teshi Nungwa. Good morning, Bernard.
Good morning.
Please, I was expecting to see some foreign breed goats to buy, especially the Boer goats. Yes.
Actually, a friend of mine said he had foreign bred goats, but he wasn't sure how the place would be, so he didn't want to bring them. But if you really are desperate for foreign bred goats, you can sidebar me, because yes, a farmer I know, he actually showed me pictures and they are very good. He brought in new breeds, he's doing some new good things, but he's saying that he didn't know whether, these foreign goats, that they are that small. So he said he didn't want them to kind of mix with the ones from Sky's Village. So he said that he's waiting. Now that he's seen the way they place, maybe next year he will bring them. Because some of the Ghana goats, they are stubborn.
Okay, the Agri Fair was amazing. My highlight was when I won 5 kilo tilapia from Volta Catch after buying 2 kilo pet.
Wow.
You guys be too much. That's Rahmat sending that message. Why hit it?
Yeah.
Morning City team.
Morning.
I was there Saturday and I did enjoy myself. It was therapeutic for me.
Beautiful.
You guys did awesome. I bought so many things I couldn't carry. May I suggest we get trolleys next time? That's coming from Jay.
So we brought a few kaya here. We increased the number on Saturday and Sunday, but we hear you. We hear you.
It was good. So on the first day in particular, I noticed a lot of people were carrying their things to the. So I went in to help, and it was a nice experience.
We also we I think we should use the kaya so they'll get work to do. So instead of doing the trolleys, we'll bring more kaya to also make some money. You know, we have to expand the economy for everybody.
Sharp.
All right.
Trickle down.
Yeah.
Okay, some more messages. Good morning, Bernard and team. I
Morning.
hope you're doing well. I would like to commend the Ghana Prison Service for joining the Agri Fair. I would like to encourage them to do more because I know they have vast land at Dobro, which they can use for farming. They shouldn't let the inmates go waste. They can do more. That's Dominic from Wager. The beekeepers were the highlight of the fair.
My God.
I learned that the pharmaceutical industry imports a crazy amount of honey into the country, and our honey is loved out there in the UK. Let's see another one. Bernard, the experience at the Agri Fair was great and it reduced the pressure on my pocket. I came through on Saturday with the family. I hope it will be organized twice a year. Let's make the economy work. We are ready to buy once the products are available. Hashtag Agri Fair. Hashtag Make Ghana Great and hashtag Ni. That's Emmanuel Douna Okla.
So do you know what Ni is? So Ni is food. Ni, I think that we eat. Yeah, you need to eat.
If you see them, you will ask them, say one best.
So Ni is food. More comments?
Okay, more comments. Hi, Bernard and team. I visited the fair on Friday and Saturday and participated fully. I met a lot of people. My special regards to Dr. Amos from the Legacy Crop. Bernard, my daughter could not allow me to enjoy the delicious grilled rabbits.
Why?
Saying they are supposed to be pets. That's Dodgy Dogway from Casa.
Somebody's threatening us. It's a point and kill. I will report you guys to animal rights. But the point and kill concept they build. But some lady wanted to point a catfish. The catfish nearly chased her. She wanted to point that I want this catfish. Me, they should kill me. You want to kill me today?
I don't know. I wanted to put one on the scale. That didn't jump.
The catfish say, I let this catfish matter.
Anyway, inspiration from the Agri Fair. Good morning, Citi breakfast team. After visiting the Agri Fair, I've realized something important. It's time for me to return to my village and invest in smallholder farmers.
Correct for 3 points.
I want to focus on branding, packaging, and marketing local food products. Honestly, Accra's stress is too much. Maybe it's a sign to go back to my roots and make a difference.
Let's go back to the village and do our farm. And call it FO and Brother Farms. Oh, my brother. FO and Brother Farms. Nyebro Farms. Like, don't will be our Charlie, we can do it too. Charlie, FO and Brother Farms. Oh, the sister.
Okay, so that's coming from Prince in Lashibi, and he adds, keep up the great work on the show.
Wonderful.
Hi, Ben. I was at the Agri Fair and I really enjoyed it. I hope it will be done every month or quarterly. I'm not a farmer, but I benefited a lot and prayed that within a year or two, I would also bring my farm products for sale. Kudos to you guys at Citi FM and Channel 1 for the great work. This is your flower. So he sends, I guess, an emoji. He says, we pray for good health for all of us. That's Della from Majo. Good morning, Bernard and team. Great job organizing this agri fair.
Correct.
I was there on Saturday for the piggery seminar and briefly on Sunday.
Come on.
As for Sunday, I came for chicken from Pap Farms.
Pap Farms.
To prepare a mutuo and granite soup.
Nice.
Let Caleb know. I tried pork chef and I wasn't disappointed at all.
At all.
Come on now.
I'm going back to Asante Mampong with great business ideas and fresh skills to run my piggery more efficiently. Let's do this again in December. Great job. And that's Collins Bakudia from Asante Mampong.
I like it when people come from outside Accra. Some people came from Kaswa. We got a guy from Kintampo who came for the fair, and now we have Asante Mampong.
The lady actually brought us beetroot from Aflau.
Aflau.
Is it?
What's the name?
I monopolized the beetroot in my house. So
this one, while you look for that,
maybe we can use it to do.
Oh, I know the name. Yes,
we can use it. We can blend the juice. Right? we can extract the juice, right?
Auntie Mary.
What is beetroot good for? I heard the juice is very good.
Yeah, that's right. You can juice it. You can also use it for salad. Especially.
You can blend it with your tomatoes as well because it's got good color.
Yes. So I it's in my house. If you don't want it, I'll eat it. Can I put it in my car boot?
So you are confiscating?
No. Unless you want some.
Monopolizing that thing.
I'm older than you.
Appropriation.
I have to taste it first.
Okay, you taste it.
If it's good, then I'll share.
Before you do that, better let me just do this one coming in from Sami. Sami Gomanut, who says, good morning, guys. Greetings to you all. The fair was great. Just that I did not come early to buy my sweet potatoes. So he's saying that next time around, we should do a lot more to extend, the time,
right.
so that they can also get some. It's coming in from Inspector Bomanu, who is also known.
Dr. Umbro with the Bees for Development says this. He says, we are excited to share that Agri Fair over the weekend was a huge success. We completely sold out all the products we brought. The demand for honey yesterday was overwhelming.
Wow.
It was truly amazing to see so many people appreciating what we do. Beyond sales, the fair sparked great interest in beekeeping. Many visitors stopped by to learn more, and quite a number registered to be trained in sustainable beekeeping practices.
Correct.
A big thank you to the entire team for your hard work,
Sharp.
energy, and commitment.
Sharp.
This experience has shown us the potential and the growing demand for what we offer. We will definitely come better prepared next year. This is Papa Kojo Umbro, Doctor.
Yes, and let me also celebrate the strategies. You know, there are women who know how to actually strategize.
Yeah, man.
So they come in very late. You know, like evening time when everybody is closing. So they buy for cheap.
They know that you are desperate to sell. So the time.
So those who are left over to sell, quick. I saw sisters moving from place to sell at this time of the night.
Or say tournament coffee. Yeah, that's what. There's a very interesting article here that tries to address one of the reasons. Now, don't forget the Agri Fair is a program we designed on the basis of discussions we've had on the sector, where we realized that a lot of the high cost of food is not normal. It's because of logistical middleman problems. And there are two issues. When you produce a lot, I met somebody who said he had produced some amount of something and he hadn't sold, and somebody came and offered him 300 cedis for a whole bunch of stuff. All right, because maybe you don't have storage facility or the transportation is expensive. So I feel there are three things. There are three main causes of high prices for food at the market. Number one, lack of storage facilities. So let's assume you produce a lot of watermelon. You are in Ada, you have watermelon harvest and nobody's buying. So somebody comes to you and says, I'm going to buy the whole bunch of them. I'm going to give you 1,000 cedis. You probably just give them the money, all right, because you can't store or process. So that's one. Number two, transport costs. Transport costs may mean that the person who buys it from you for that 1,000 may have to hire a truck from a very bad road. Go through many police checkpoints and then bring it to Accra and then redistribute it. So he may say, this hassle is too much. So let me add, 5 cedis per unit for each product. That makes the price very high. Number three could be the guy who produces doesn't have money. So somebody gave him a loan to produce the thing, and the person basically owns 90% of what he produces. So you can produce a watermelon, but because you took some loan and the person who gave you the money, you don't have enough money to pay, he has an off-taker right. So he can then decide to sell it. So we can have gluts in production but still have high prices at the market. So this was an experiment to say, okay, let's see if we ask people to come and sell at farm gate price, whether people will come. People came. So the first part of the equation has been solved, that when people know where the goods are, they will come. Number two, will farmers be willing to sell at farm gate price? Largely, yes. I think the kebab thing was different because they are just people roasting kebab. But generally, prices were better. As my friend said, she saved on chicken, she saved on tomatoes, almost 150 savings. So clearly, when the market is created and the farmer knows how to get to the market, okay, now what we've done is we have created an anecdotal example of what is possible, but that does not solve a structural problem, because a structural problem is a problem that exists beyond simply a day's solution. So finance is structural, transport logistics is structural, lack of processing and storage is structural. But there's also another thing, the attitude and the mindset of people, which also has to change. So there's also the Ghanaian pricing mentality where even if you create a market for farm gate prices, some people will want to say, well, now that people are coming to buy, let me raise my price. We cannot change that. All right. So what I would say is that clearly the government recognizes the need to increase production, because what we have also shown is that when Ghanaians really go to buy, they wouldn't get enough to buy. So even though we make a lot of noise, oh, there's too much cheap chicken, we produce less than 15% of the chicken that we need to eat in Ghana. So if we don't increase our production capacity, we cannot meet demand. Same for snails and other things. So I think the minister's point around irrigation and production is very important. The more you produce, the better chances you have for filling that gap. But this is the problem. Let me give you a simple problem. Chicken. Imported chicken of inferior quality is cheaper than local chicken. So the problem is that the margins the Ghanaian chicken farmers put on their chicken is too high. So let's assume the cost of producing a kilogram of chicken is 50 cedis. He still wants to sell it at 110 cedis. All right. If he can sell it at 70, he's competitive, or 80, so he gets 20 cedis per unit. But he wants to sell it at a higher price because he says he doesn't have access to feed. But the guy who brings the chicken from America can sell it at 60 and 70. Yeah. So if somebody's doing a restaurant or a chop bar, why would they go and buy a Ghana-produced chicken at 120 cedis per unit? Per kilo, when he can buy it at 50 or 60 from an importer? So what we need to do is to find a way to lower the cost of production for the local producer. Now that happens in two ways. The feed. So you see, our lack of value addition capacity affects us. Let me give you a very simple example. To feed your chicken, you need yellow maize and soya. Now the soya cake you need, we don't really produce enough soya cakes in Ghana, so you need to still import it. Some of the biggest blenders of chicken feed are foreign companies, because they've mastered the value chain. They can bring the soya cakes from abroad, mix it with our maize, and produce the feed. So government can say they are going to find a way of subsidizing the production of chicken feed for our chicken farmers, with the promise that they will also lower the price of their chicken. Okay, National Service sold me a kilo of chicken for 80 cedis. That's really cool. If most locally produced chicken can be around the 70-80 range, because their cost of production is lower, nobody's going to chew foreign chicken. You see, but so long as our people don't have access to feed and they don't have the scale, because the other thing about pricing is that the more you produce, the lower your price. If you produce only 20,000 birds, if somebody is bringing in chicken of 20 containers, they will overtake you. Yeah. So you need to also have the scale. So we need to find large anchor farmers and say, look, Mr. Richie Sky, we're going to produce 2 million birds, and you're going to feed the whole of the northern region. Then you're going to sell at 60 cedis per unit. Then we can begin to talk about filling the demand. You get it? So I really hope the ministry and the government have figured this out. Okay, so we've shown that people will be willing to buy. We've shown that people really like to buy made in Ghana. They don't prefer foreign goods. But we have not dealt with the structural problems. And the reason we were happy the minister came was for him to see that people are really excited to buy made in Ghana. So if you support the farmer and he produces enough, people will buy it. We saw a lot of off-takers like hotels come in to come and make contact with these producers to say to them, look, we are willing to come and off-take from you if we get the right price. But the structural problems will not be solved in a day. which is what the government needs to do. I want you to read the article about middlemen, whether they're exploiting farmers or not.
So the High Street Journal, are middlemen exploiting farmers or filling the void left by policy failures in agriculture? Big question. So middlemen continue to dominate Ghana's agricultural trade due to policy failures, leaving farmers underpaid and consumers overcharged in a system lacking proper infrastructure, regulation, and market access. Now, the middleman has long been both a necessity and a nuisance in Ghana's agricultural economy. He's the man who shows up when the harvest is ready, offers a price, sometimes fair, often not, loads the produce onto a truck and drives off to sell it at a margin in the next town or city. For many farmers, this is the only moment money exchanges hands in a season's worth of sweat and soil. And for many urban consumers, it is this same chain of events that causes market prices to fluctuate unpredictably, sometimes wildly, leaving households struggling to keep up with the basic food cost. While middlemen are often painted as the exploiters of Ghana's agricultural system, their role is not without context. In the absence of strong rural infrastructure, efficient distribution networks, and market support systems, they have become the unappointed but dominant players in getting produce from farm to market. Their presence is a symptom of deeper systemic failure, particularly the inability of successive policies to empower farmers with the tools, protection, and access they need to thrive independently. Now, data from market associations and agri-development groups points to a long-standing pattern. Producers rarely get the full value of what they grow. The margin between farm gate prices and the final market price remains wide, often without any real value addition along the way. In practical terms, this means the person who grows the food often earns the least, while those who move it or control access to market earn the most. The problem becomes particularly visible during bumper harvest. With limited storage options and no guaranteed offtake agreements or arrangements, farmers are forced to sell quickly or lose everything to spoilage. Middlemen seize this vulnerability, offering low prices that many farmers accept out of desperation rather than choice. The outcome is a lopsided trade that keeps farmers trapped in subsistence and keeps consumers paying more than necessary for basic food items. Meanwhile, in the cities, consumers face a different kind of frustration. By the time food arrives in urban markets, it has been handled multiple times, with each link in the value adding its own markup. Without transparency or regulation, food prices become volatile, driven not by seasonal patterns or real scarcity, but by the practice of those who control the chain. Some argue that middlemen provide an essential service, liquidity, logistics, and access to markets. And in fairness, many do. But the issue lies in the absence of alternatives. In a competitive and transparent ecosystem, middlemen would have to offer better terms or risk being passed by. Instead, they operate in a landscape where farmers have little leverage and even fewer choices. Government policies, while acknowledging the importance of improving market access, have yet to translate into systems that shield farmers from these distortions. The promise of interventions has fallen short of its potential, leaving room for opportunistic practices to persist at scale. Ultimately, the question is not whether middlemen should exist, but whether their dominance is a result of efficiency or exploitation. In Ghana's current agricultural setup, it is clear that they occupy a space created by institutional neglect.
There's another one. Thank you, Caleb, for this. There's another one that is asking a question. Katz put that up. It says, Katz Ghana advocates for agricultural produce marketing policy. This story was written, guess what, 30th March 2016.
Wow.
Can you imagine? 30th March 2016 on Modern Ghana. If you can read some highlights for me. This is how far back this matter has been broached. It's on the platform. Katz Ghana advocates for agricultural produce marketing policy, which again goes to the heart of the conversation about food prices. And I really think the Bank of Ghana, the Ministry of Finance, should be very interested in this. Because you see, one of the big questions we ask after these government programs on enhanced food production is, so how come food inflation is still high, which drives up the prices of food? So the issue of food pricing is not just a production issue. It's also a value chain issue. So if you can read some highlights from what Katz is saying, very good.
Okay, so bits of highlights from that story. As a way of ensuring reliable food supply across the country, government should consider formulating a policy to regulate the procurement, supply and marketing of agricultural produce in the country. This would seek to streamline the sector, which is largely unregulated, and to help avoid fluctuation in the demand and supply of produce. This was contained in the report of a study conducted by CATS Ghana under the Competition Reforms in Key Markets for Enhancing Social and Economic Welfare in Developing Countries project. It goes on to say, presenting the findings of the study before stakeholders in Accra, the Center Coordinator for CATS Ghana, Piakusi Adomako, mentioned that absence of effective regulatory regime in the procurement of agricultural produce from farmers by market queens and some traders has led to some form of anti-competitive practice, which is affecting regular supply of food produce across the country. Although market queens risk and travel to hinterlands to procure farm produce from the farmers, some of them engage in anti-competitive practices, which result in reducing both the economic welfare of the farmers and the consumers. The study found out that prominent among the measures are the power relations inherent in the commodity associations. The network of market queens have allocated some markets to themselves, and they prevent other sellers from entering the market. The queens act like cartels, operating to exert their monopolistic powers and attempt to control both the demand and supply. These anti-competitive practices sometimes cause artificial shortages of the produce, which in turn causes the price to spike in the consumers' markets. The report also catalogued significant role played by market queens or market women in the supplying the food needs of the growing urban population. Source of revenue, provision of income to households, development of entrepreneurial skills, and provision of employment opportunities for the labor force, and providing a market to the farmers. It's added that these roles need to be acknowledged by policymakers. The report called for a regular capacity building program for market queens, access to credit, and improvement in road and transport infrastructure, establishment of price information centers, regulation of standards for measurement, and formation of farmer-based organizations could enhance the operations of the women in the market and reduce uncompetitive practices in the various markets and lead to better food security.
And this report was done by who? The CATS?
This report was done by CATS Ghana. And I just wanted to add something about another story I'm reading on my Joy Online. This was published in 2024 August, coming from the World Food Programme. And they stated that Ghana loses $1.2 billion annually to post-harvest losses.
$1.2
billion annually. Due to, post-harvest losses, and this is mainly due to the lack of access to ready post-harvest machinery and market, inadequate warehouses, bushfires, and poor roads.
So the issue of market queens, the issue of middlemen,
transportation, logistics.
So they have a role, but we also have to regulate that role. Let's hear from Sylvester Mensah. He's the CEO of Exim Bank. They are a key sponsor for this event. He had a few words to share as he also came through the fair yesterday.
Impressive, exceedingly impressive, to the extent that the vendors and exhibitors are happy and we want to have more. At least 95% of those who have visited have indicated that they have sold far more than they expected. Some have had to go to bring a lot more, and they have sold and they continue to sell. Others are asking when we could have another exhibition. On the first of it appears we have had one too many of exhibitions this year. But it doesn't look so with the exhibitors and the vendors. They think that this opportunity provides them with an avenue to market and sell their products. And I think that together we have a responsibility to ensure that we provide this platform to support our innovative SMEs and startups who are doing exceedingly well. I want to commend Citi FM, Channel 1 TV, and my very good friend, Samens, for the good work and the leadership he's providing in Channel 1 TV. It is through his leadership and innovation that we are having this program. Exim Bank will always support and sponsor programs of this nature. It falls within our domain. It's an area that we are always ready to partner. And any day, anytime, Citi FM, Channel 1 TV is ready with an idea. Please don't leave us out in the planning stage. We will join you and bring others and leverage on others to ensure that we have a blast. But we are thinking of another exhibition. We have had conversations with Channel 1 TV and Citi FM and other collaborators, public sector collaborators, to have an agro processing fair, which will not be food, but equipment and implements that are manufactured locally, so that the CSIR, the Kwame Nkrumah University, our polytechnics, gratis, and all those involved in this innovative industrial sector and the production of equipment and implements would also have an opportunity to exhibit what they have. Our farmers need to know what is available locally. They need to understand, and our exhibitors would also have to understand what our farmers require that is doable locally. And so we are going to provide that opportunity for interaction so that they could at least exhibit what they have. Exhibitors would engage and let them know what they want beyond what they have. And that is what will generate greater innovation.
So that's Sylvester Mensah. 3 minutes past 9. Coming up later this morning, we'll bring you our on-air series for the final week. Don't forget, this is the final week of the Citi Business Festival. And this week we're focused on digital economy. Our guest this morning is Anthony Fesu. He is the lead architect for Absa Bank. He's speaking to Neil Atilate on understanding the digital economy. The digital economy. So give us 10 minutes, we'll air it shortly. I just wanted to read a few more comments on the fair and its outcomes. Yeah. All right, can you help me with some more comments, guys?
Yeah, sure. This one is from Nancy from Tema. I bought chicken at the Agri Fair, and please tell the farmers not to remove the feet and the neck of the chicken.
We need our feet, oh! We need our feet and the neck. Charlie, chicken neck is solid, oh.
In light too.
Oh, lo, 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 lo. Oh, lo, lo, lo. Oh, lo, lo, lo. Wow.
Okay, Bernard and Co. In December, the fair should be held in Ashaman, Sakasaka Park. This location is ideal because of proximity to the Tema motorway and almost at the center of Ghana. This is Benjamin in Ashaman. Hi, Bernard and team. Good morning. I was at the Agri Fair with my family on Saturday. It was an amazing moment for us. We bought ourselves some rice, tomatoes at cheaper prices than the market price.
Correct.
Our only obsession was that the food vendors had limited seats for patrons. We had to eat in our cars.
Oh, sorry. All right, more comments.
Good morning, CBS.
Good
you
morning.
guys are too much.
I hear
I
you.
went on Sunday and enjoyed good music, and also bought some natural food, Tom Brown, hibiscus tea, avocados, tea, and the rest. Oh my God, you guys did well.
Thank you.
I personally went to the CEO to congratulate him.
No, he's a big guy.
And that's Zachariah.
He's a big man.
He's a big man.
He's tired. He's tired. Yeah, Charlie. I tell you.
No, you're a big man.
All right, a few more comments.
Good morning, Bernard.
Good
Please
morning.
don't wait till next year. Kindly organize one right before Christmas. Maybe
Sure.
later part of November.
Will you come?
Something like Black Friday plus weekend.
Okay.
We need it, pa.
We hear you.
Good morning, Citi team.
All right.
I was there last Saturday. It was fantastic. I even invited my cousin, who is a caterer. She bought a lot of food stuff for her catering business. I really enjoyed myself, and that's Lovia from Sakumono.
Lovia.
Good morning, Bernard and team.
Morning.
I was there yesterday, though a little late, but I took the opportunity to buy some chicken from National Service and local rice. I did not get sweet potatoes.
You were late.
I had the opportunity to meet Richard Sky, though. This is Sammy from Dansoman. Kudos to the Citi team. The fair was a success par excellence. What I love about it was that fresh food and very competitive prices. I met Caleb at the seedling stand. He also bought some lemon, cinnamon, and guava seedlings. It was awesome.
The CSIR sold their cinnamon. I bought a cinnamon tree for 20 cedis. That was really ridiculous.
Very low, eh?
For the size of it, 20 cedis was really good. So I bought it quick.
Cinnamon tree.
Yeah, man.
Oh no.
What I say?
You that.
Anyway, good morning, Bernard and team. In fact, it was a great experience for my wife Akushika to meet you and most of your colleagues in person on Saturday. We bought asada rice and some vegetables from other stakeholders. My concern is that we couldn't get all we wanted. For example, potatoes and tilapia. And that's Isaac Menu from Eikuma. Good morning, Bernard. The next fair should be held in Sunyani. I'm ready to host you.
Correct.
And that's coming from Benjamin. Echo from Tema says, good morning, management of Citi FM and Channel 1 TV. Thank you so much for the just ended Agri Fair. Kindly think about early December 2025 Agri Fair.
Yate.
And some more messages. Bernard and team, it will be very unfair and in fact unfortunate if you do not organize the Xmas Agri Bonanza in November ahead of Christmas. This promises to be even more exciting and successful as many people will take opportunity to buy for the festivities. That's from Kojo Sovo. Yes. I must say the Agri Fair was great. I even saw my friend who visited Ghana from the US. He was there with the family to have fun and shop. It's unfortunate I'm out of the country currently. I would have come for shopping though. I'm also rooting for it to be organized again so I can come and shop.
You come in your numbers.
Good job to Channel 1 TV and Citi FM and all the organizers.
There's one here that says it's quite interesting. We rarely hear beekeeping mentioned in our national agricultural conversations. But the truth is the market for honey is massive and growing every day.
It's true.
Unlike many other farming ventures, beekeeping doesn't require expensive inputs. So no fertilizers, no irrigation, no daily feeding routines and all of that. So you can have a low cost, nature-based approach to beekeeping that makes it truly accessible to everyone, even though starting with 0 cedis. So it's time for policymakers and development actors to take a closer look at the apiculture industry.
Yes, please.
So there's agriculture, there's aquaculture, there's apiculture. That's beekeeping. Apiculture. Thank you. So with the right support, it can provide sustainable livelihoods, boost local economies, and protect our natural ecosystems.
There's a very interesting article penned by Imani, and I'd like to read highlights of that to sort of solidify the discussion. It says, Agriculture in Focus, a call for sector-wide revitalization in Mani. It says, the agric sector took center stage in Ghana's economic and policy discourse through 2 key public events, the Citi Business Forum, which was held on Thursday, and Channel 1 TV's Agri Fair, and a significant international investment announcement supporting the cocoa sector. From upstream production to downstream processing and market access, there was a shift from narrow interventions to full-scale value thinking. The Citi Business Forum and Channel 1 TV's Agri-Fair provided platforms for multi-stakeholder discussions around agriculture, conversations centered on boosting productivity through better inputs, mechanization and extension services, improving credit access by de-risking the sector for financial institutions, increasing public and private financing, particularly for agribusinesses and post-harvest infrastructure, promoting agro-processing and value addition to reduce post-harvest losses, and enhance export potential, strengthening agricultural research and extension, which remain weak links in Ghana's productivity challenge, and facilitating better marketing and distribution systems. Collectively, these discussions reflected a shift. Agriculture was being treated less as a rural welfare issue and more as a strategic sector for job creation, industrialization, and trade competitiveness. Despite agriculture's importance to Ghana's GDP, the sector continues to receive less than 5% of formal banking sector credit. Even more striking, from 2018 to 2024, agriculture attracted an average of less than 2% of total foreign direct investment. These numbers highlight a structural underinvestment in the sector. Despite years of policy pronouncements, the Citi Forum and Agri-Fair was right in framing the issues holistically, from input supply and research through processing, marketing, and exports. That's the thinking Ghana needs if the sector is to become both commercially viable and socially transformative. But these ideas must move beyond forum panels. They need to be codified into sustained national policy with cross-ministerial coordination, better budget prioritization, and active support for agro-industrial ecosystems. Hey, Franklin Kujo, you did right. Alongside the broader policy conversations on agriculture, there was a significant development in Ghana's cocoa sector. The International Finance Corporation and Societe Generale Ghana announced a $40 million facility and aimed at expanding access to finance within the cocoa value chain. The risk-sharing facility is expected to unlock up to $80 million in financing for LBCs to buy cocoa directly from farmers, with an overall target of reaching 75,000 smallholder farmers and facilitating more sustainable, traceable cocoa trade for the next 4 years. This is a positive intervention. One of the recurring challenges raised in Ghana's agricultural sector is the difficulty of accessing finance, especially for actors along the value chain. Support of this nature can erase seasonal liquidity constraints, strengthen LBCs, and potentially improve cash flow to farmers. However, financing alone won't be enough. The state of Ghana's cocoa sector today reflects multiple overlapping challenges that must be addressed. Farmer morale is low. The average cocoa farmer is over 45 years old, and only 4% of the farmers are under 35. Many younger people are unwilling to go into cocoa farming due to low returns, high input costs, and high and growing competition from illegal mining and urban alternatives. Farmlands are also under threat. The steady encroachment of illegal mining is shrinking the land available for cocoa cultivation and degrading its productivity. Without stronger land governance and community protection, the production base of Ghana's cocoa sector will continue to erode. Local processors are struggling to get beans. As Bryce Simmons highlighted, Ghana's processing capacity is underutilized. Some factories operate at just 10 to 40% capacity, and others have had to import cocoa just to stay running. This is due to the fact that Ghana cocoa supplies are tightly controlled, the Cocoa Board prioritizing forward export to earn foreign exchange. While understandable, this trade model often leaves many local processors and chocolate marketers without access to raw materials, undermining Ghana's goal of boosting domestic value addition. These challenges are not separate from the financing agenda. They are what shape whether financing will be impactful or not. If farmers are leaving the sector, lands are being lost to mining, and processors can't get reliable supply, then improving access to credit, while necessary, will only treat one piece of the puzzle. Last paragraph. This is why the cocoa sector must be considered within the larger vision of agricultural revitalization that was re-echoed throughout the Citi Business Forum. Improving production is not enough. The entire agricultural value chain, from research to inputs to finance, processing, marketing, and export, must be strengthened in an integrated way. The $40 million partnership with IFC and SG Ghana can support that effort, but it must be matched by policy reforms that make local cocoa sourcing more predictable, pricing and contract mechanisms that allow both farmers and processors to benefit from high global prices and youth strategies that protect cocoa growing areas and attract new farmers into the sector. Written by Imani's Criticality Analysis of Economic Issues, June 16 to 20, 2025. Time for a breather. When we come back, we will be jumping in to look at the issue of digital business models. Then that's put together by the business team with an interview with APSA's executive. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Rise and shine, it's another day to stay on point. Toast to spread it, it's still on point. Watch it spread it all day long. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. Watch it spread, it's still on point. For your bread, it's still on point. For your toast, it's still on point. It's yummy delicious, it's still on point. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. For your toast, it's still on point. It's still on point. Fortune spread, it's yummy delicious. It's still on point.
Fortune spread, delicious, creamy, and always on point. This advert is FDA approved.
On the go, night or day. PBL app is the easiest way. Bank secure, bank with ease. Right at your fingertips, bank is a breeze. PBL app making banking so clear. Anytime, anywhere, we're here. Safe, secure, banking for you. PBL app, simple and true.
Welcome to the future of banking. The Prudential Bank mobile app. Bank secure anytime, right from your phone. Access your accounts 24/7. Perform instant transactions. Pay bills. Link mobile money wallets. Scan and pay with GHQR. Manage your cards. Make seamless GIP interbank transfers. All with ease. No more banking hours. Take control and app your banking. Experience simple, secure and convenient banking. Download the PBL mobile app now. PBL mobile app. App your banking.
As a busy professional, I struggled with back and neck strain from long hours at my desk. To improve my focus, productivity, and well-being, I sought expert advice from the CEO of Expert Office Furnish.
After being in the furniture business for 25 years, I can tell you two things that causes back pain in the workspace: bad sitting posture and not sitting on a good chair. I recommend to you the Genevia Beeper chair, the chair that helps you to sit right. When you don't sit right, it beeps for you to be able to sit right. The next will be the Enjoy chair. It takes every body shape and size. Buy a chair that will support your back and give you that comfort to be able to deliver on your job.
Expert Office Furnish offers molding furniture for comfort, productivity, and style. From seating to customized solutions, plus interior decoration services, they've got it all. Find them off the Atomic Hills Estate Road in Ashonman or call 0571 386602 on Facebook and Instagram at Expert Office Furnish.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Welcome to the final week of the 2025 edition of the Citi Business Festival. And I must say that thank you so much for staying with us for the past 3 weeks. We've been talking about personal financing. We've delved into agriculture. Just last week, it was on SME growth. This week, we are in the final leg of it, talking about technology. And today, we are trying to have a sense of what the digital economy is all about. My name is Ni Latte. Many thanks indeed for joining us. Do stay with us. When we come back, we'll begin the conversation and I'll tell you who my guest is. And so it's a world of digitalization, AI, Internet of Things, as well as automation. That's our focus for today's discussion. How do businesses leverage on the many opportunities these technologies bring, and also make sure that their businesses see the light of day? My guest is Anthony Fesu, Lead Architect, Digital Change and Enablement at Absa Bank Ghana Limited, and he is trying to help us really appreciate the issue of digital technology, what it encompasses, as well as all the various aspects of it. Thank you so much for joining us, Anthony. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
I trust you are well.
Very well.
We are meeting for the very first time.
Yes.
And I'm quite interested in your designation.
Yeah.
I see 3 things: lead architect, digital change, and enablement. If you can tell us what really you do at ABSA.
Okay, so the architect role in ABSA is part of technology role. It's a part of technology role that helps us to craft different services and products for the organization. You know that today our customers are anywhere and everywhere, and so we need to be able to craft digital services that the customers can have access to at any time, anywhere, and on any device.
I see, and it cuts across every aspect of the banking population.
Absolutely.
I see. And so today we are here talking about, the digital economy, trying to have a sense of what it's all about. And so if I ask you, what is a digital economy? How different is it from, the traditional economy we all know? And why should we even care about it in the very first place?
Okay, so like I said earlier on, digital is all about how we are using technology to do things a lot easier, a lot faster, and a lot better. And economy is about production, manufacturing, distribution, and trade, commerce, and things around that angle. And so digital economy, if you bring the two of them together, it's all about how we use technology to improve our production, how we use technology to acquire new customers, retain them, and make sure that the customers are happy with us.
So more or less like the economic value we get from, using digital technologies. And this will cut across from, let's say, right from production to distribution to, let's say, retailing or even marketing.
Absolutely, yes.
So we get to the final stage of, consumption. Exactly. And so it's not as if it's all about production.
Yes.
It's also cut across all these aspects. But, there is this thing I want us to talk about. I know if we are to talk about, for example, the component of the digital economy, there will be some key pillars, there will be some, focus or thematic areas. Are you able to explain what exactly forms the digital economy?
Okay, so if you break it down to the components level, there are different parts, and I'll touch on the infrastructure part. There is also platform, there are services. So infrastructure, where you are having the phone networks or the broadband networks, and those kind of things make up the infrastructure. Then you also have the platform side, where you have apps, AI apps, and then also smartphone apps. Then we have services, things like virtual banking, virtual payments. All those are services that we have. There's also another part like analytics also, which is one of the key parts that you can think about as part of the components that make up the digital economy. All of these come together to enable the economy to become better, to enable you to, retain customers, acquire new customers, and then engage the customers a lot better.
So you talk about analytics, you talk about, service, and you talk about infrastructure. Is it like a bottom-up approach or a top-down approach, or it's layered? I don't know if you get what I want to say.
Yes. So layered is one of the architecture terms, so I'm happy you have used that. So from a layering perspective, the bottom is the infrastructure.
Right.
It's the infrastructure where you talk about servers, network, and today we have servers that are hosted in countries. Some of them are on the cloud, meaning they are hosted in other countries, and it goes all the way from servers to the data to the applications, which is the apps, all the way to the services that you can run on.
Interesting point you make right there. But in terms of benefits of the digital economy to any business, is it that they are cutting costs? Is it that they are streamlining processes, or they are increasing revenue streams for a business who is yet to come to terms with the realization of what this whole digital economy is about? What does that business stand to gain at the end of the day if it incorporates digital technology in its everyday today activities?
Okay, so let's bring it to the ground, right? And think about somebody who is selling at Makola,
right?
And selling, let's say, shoes at Makola. The person today has the opportunity to put the shoes on his status, on his WhatsApp status. That helps all his contacts to see the shoes. So if you are part of his contact, you are seeing the shoe. You can actually call him, you can engage him, you can ask him about the different types, the different colors. And so this person, without realizing it, has literally embedded digital into their business. That means that their process of acquiring customers has literally changed, has become more efficient, has become more easier by just using WhatsApp. And others are doing it on Facebook, others are also doing it on Instagram, and it goes on and on. I think that those are the basic ones that you can use. There are other ones like an ERP, or something that you can use to manage your inventory as well. That will become so automating your processes, making your processes a lot better, acquiring new customers, engaging your customers to know even your customers' birthday, what kind of things they like. These are the benefits that organizations would gain.
And so with this example that you cite, I also hear you talk about WhatsApp and what have you. And so is it the channel, or there are digital tools that businesses are using these days to, revamp their operations? So if I ask you, what are the current technologies that businesses are using in the context of the digital economy, what would they be?
Okay, so what I spoke about is way at the consumer side. Right. But you could actually walk back all the way from the consumer to the distributor, to the manufacturer, then to the producer. So if you are somebody who is producing yam, for example, you could actually know the weather. There are tools that you could use to understand the soil sample, to know how much water will be, how much rain will be happening this year, so that you know what type of product to produce. So those tools, those agri-technologies would help you become a lot more efficient. So you don't plant blindly or plant by heart, as we say. From a manufacturing perspective, if I know the quality of product produced that is coming, then it literally tells me, or the season for the produce that are going to come, it literally gives me an idea what type of manufacturing process I should make available for those production to take place very well. And then also the distributors. If I know it's raining very well at some parts of the country, then I know when I should send my things, my items there before the rains, so that I don't have to encounter some of these problems. So at the end of the day, it is not, digital economy is not a strange thing or something that is
exactly
that is difficult to understand. It's about, we humans are looking for ways of making things a lot better. And like I told you earlier on, initially broadcasting information we're using gong beaters to broadcast information. And so Nee over here would have been a gong
beater.
Yes, but today we have something called Citi FM, and then that becomes the tool that you can use to broadcast information. And now we are not just broadcasting to people within your locality, we are broadcasting to the entire world because the tools.
Wonderful. I was just coming to the point where a lot of businesses see technology as, a monster. And so I was just about asking you how we demystify, the myth and, the fears associated with the use of technology. But in your everyday activity at the bank, what's your assessment of the readiness of businesses in adopting this kind of technological advancement and change, the transition?
Okay.
What's your thought generally about it?
Okay, so we see, so the businesses that are using technology, it makes it a lot easier to work with them, because now you can understand what their business is really about. And if you have to provide financing for them, you have some data to work with, some analytics that you can see. So for example, if you are selling at Makola once again, and you have data about how many customers you have, how much is in your warehouse, how often you travel to bring in things, this makes it a lot easier for us at the bank to provide you the kind of services that you really need for your business. And so I would encourage a lot of businesses to look at, as they are looking at different ways of growing their business, we need to shift towards the technology and use that to get to more customers as much as possible.
I see. In your initial submission, I heard you talk about automation. I heard you talk about, digital service payment. And also, I don't know if you had mentioned AI, but, you had also mentioned infrastructure as one of the key pillars of, this conversation. Later on, we'll be talking about how to bridge the divide. But what is your assessment of the kind of digital infrastructure that we have as a country? Are you able to compare it with other countries, what other countries are doing, for which reason they are far advanced more than us? And also in terms of the regulatory framework, what picture do you see? So infrastructure and also the regulation.
Okay.
So two in one question.
Okay, so I would say that today, when you go to most parts of the country, you have access to internet.
All right.
Right? And that is a very positive thing. I've had the opportunity of traveling out of the country within Africa, and I can tell you that the fact that you can go to very remote places and still have access to Netflix means that you have access to some level of good quality infrastructure, which can be used by farmers and people who are trading in those areas. So this is extremely a positive thing that we have. Even though we, like old Vatris, we want it to get a lot better and a lot cheaper for us to use. I think that would be very fine. In terms of regulation, today we have Data Protection Act, we have Cybersecurity Act, and I think that, as usual, technology is always ahead of regulation. And so we, in the current dispensation, we have, I think that we have caught up very, very quickly and have provided a lot of infrastructure, even at the regulatory level, having SIM card registration, Ghana card, all of these have made the environment quite safe and governed, so that we are not just opening ourselves up for things. We are actually making sure that the environment is cool.
I like the fact that you talk about technology being ahead of regulation, but if I also ask you if there are any success stories, are you able to share anything with us? What are the emerging digital trends that SMEs are finding themselves in the current dispensation? Are there success stories like that?
Yeah, I think that I don't have the statistics, but in terms of the number of fraud cases that you've had, and then dispute cases in terms of I called, you didn't call. Now everybody knows that with the Ghana card, we can determine who called and who didn't call. And so as an SME, if a customer calls you and says that he saw your item somewhere and has purchased the item, you can be sure that you can trace that customer through the Ghana card in case there's a dispute. So that's a very positive thing.
I see. Yeah, so with us here on the honor series of the Citi Business Festival, Anthony Fesu is lead architect, digital change, as well as enablement at Absa Bank Ghana, helping us unpack what the box of, the digital economy is. He's laid a foundation. When we come back, we'll be talking about how to deal with threats in the system, as well as how Absa is also shaping this whole movement. Do stay with us. Welcome back to the honor series of the 2025 Citi Business Festival. Just as I've told you, we are in our final week looking at technology. My guest today is Anthony Fesu. He is lead architect, digital change and enablement at Absa Bank Ghana Limited. The 2025 edition of the Citi Business Festival is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 Television. We are sponsored by Absa Bank Ghana Limited, MTN Business, and Zondatech. My name is Ni Lati. Before we went on the break, Anthony, we were talking about how technology is way ahead of, regulation. And so in this context of, digital technology and how businesses must take advantage of it in terms of their everyday business activity, there are also risks. So, for example, for any good thing, there is a bad side. Yeah. And so what are some of the threats? I know data privacy will come in. Cybersecurity, lately we've seen a lot of businesses having their systems being exposed to a lot of cybersecurity threats. Two things: how do small businesses ward themselves off against some of these threats, and what must the big companies with the huge data also be doing in this context?
Okay, so we have a term we use in the office.
Tell me about it.
We say the cybersecurity issues are a cancer to our survival.
Indeed, very cancerous.
Yes, so we need to do everything possible to reduce it or to take it out as much as we can. For small companies, I think because most of the small companies are dealing with data that is on their phones, on their personal devices, I think that these small companies have to be extremely careful on how they handle their phones. That's the first thing, because if anybody gets access to your phone, the person has access to a lot of information, your customer information, and can interact with any of your customers as much as possible. So small businesses who are currently relying on their phones for engagement should ensure that it's very safe. So luckily, most of the platforms like WhatsApp for Business and all these platforms have security features like OTP, like second factor authentications. You need to ensure that you have activated these security capabilities to ensure that your data is safe. Now, to the big companies that are keeping all of us our data, it is very recommended that they put in structures at different levels. So at the network level, where people may intrude, they need to ensure that they are preventing unauthorized accesses, like putting in things like firewalls and the like to ensure that we don't have unauthorized access. And then even when they are storing our data, they have to ensure that those sensitive data are encrypted, so that in case the person accesses the data and takes the data, because it's encrypted, they are not able to decrypt it and use it. It doesn't become meaningful. Another big one is where you have an attack called a ransomware attack, where people can literally either shut down your services or shut down your system and demand for a ransom before they open it up. This has become one of the biggest threats in the market, and it's actually very lucrative.
I can imagine.
Yes, I think that it is incumbent on us to ensure that we prevent unauthorized accesses to the systems.
And so if you put all of what you have said together, one may ask, is the digital literacy there? Maybe let me reframe the question. So in terms of building an inclusive digital economy for, businesses and consumers, and also trying as much as possible to bridge the divide, are there going to be mindset shifts? Are there going to be, skill set development in, bridging the gap, having in mind that we are in an era of, generative AI? There's a fear of, job displacement. There is the fear of, even disruption when it comes to, the digital services. And so what's your take really on how to, put all of these things together for us to prepare for the years ahead?
Okay, so the mindset shift is something that we can talk about, but I want to put it into perspective. Yeah.
All right.
When our parents were using cutlasses to farm. When the tractors came in, they all thought that the tractors were going to take their job, only to find out that the tractors were not taking their jobs.
Augmenting their
But
job.
it was augmenting their job, making the farms, instead of it being a small farm, it was becoming a larger farm. And so to that, I would say that we as a country need to put digital as part of our students' curriculum, right down from, I think, if not below, I think from primary 6, you should put digital as part
Quite
of
an early age.
Yes, because this is the new way. This is the new way that we are all interacting with all the things we need on the supply chain. So, if you were going to get a job in 10 years' time, now, I don't think that if you don't know how to use a computer, you'll be able to get that job. And so, from a very early age, we need to ensure that we are training our young people and showing them the different parts of the digital technology and building up interest. And once this interest is built up, you find out that we can get that done.
Interesting how you are ending that. We have to, whip up the interest of, people at a quite an early age to ensure that they have a sense of what the digital economy is about. But we also see that the digital economy is what has given rise to, what has become known as like the gig economy, for example, where lots of people, aside from their traditional 9-to-5 they see, are also trying as much as possible to tap into some element of the space to do other things, to get something small in their pocket. Is this something that is likely to continue?
Absolutely, absolutely. So people are, those who have the understanding and have the tools and have the knowledge, your skill is becoming what you can use to earn money. And so if you have an organization that is either outside the country or even in the country and can seed a job to you, a job like even a call center job, you could actually close from work, going home, and decide to pick up calls at the call center, or even use your car and then sign up to one of our ride-hailing platforms and use your car as a ride and pick people up from your office back home. You find out that that becomes a new way of life. And those who are having restaurants and kitchens, they are not only serving people who are working there, they are signing up to food platforms, and then that gives them avenues to get to so many people. So for the gig economy, I think today most of our platforms in Ghana, you see that most of them are focused on payments, this pay, that pay, that pay.
Most of them are even into fintech.
Exactly. So so my point is that we soon will realize that we need to be developing platforms for hospital, for telemedicine, platform for pharmacy, platform for all these other industries within the supply chain. And when that happens, we'll need more people to take part in that. And that's where people who are working in an office would have an opportunity to do.
But having said all of these, how is the financial space, I mean financial institutions, or maybe APSA, for example, helping in accelerating this whole movement that we are talking about? We always say that we can say all the good things, but if the funds are not available, it comes to naught. And so what's APSA's plan in the past few years? What have you been doing? What's the future looking like?
Okay, so that's a brilliant question because my role involves...
exactly. Reason I said you were a big man.
in the making. Yes. So, so for the past few years, you've seen that APSA has a mobile app. And our mobile app, we keep building on it. First of all, the whole idea was to give customers access to the app. And because of that, now customers can actually access or buy T-bills on the app. You can do transfers. So it means that 24/7, whether you're in the club or you need to pay somebody at any time of the day, you could actually issue that payment. We are going to be expanding all these services, getting more closer to the SME space where we can have a lot of SME services also over there. So it's not only banking type transactions that you'll be having, but then you could actually book a ride or do other things that we are looking at doing. We are also looking at, we've had a lot of partnerships with different organizations, fintech organizations, because like you said, all this gig economy is underpinned by financial transactions.
Yeah.
So when the gigs are building their systems, we provide them the digital capability to be able to move money on our rails as a bank, right? So that helps them not to worry about the financial safety and technology that they need to use, and that helps it to move very fast. You know, you let people be able to transact easily.
I see. So if I ask you, for example, in terms of percentage, how much should businesses allocate their, annual turnover, for example, to digital service provision or even digital service acquisition? How much in terms of percentage should they be doing that?
So companies are about acquiring customers. So if you have a growth plan of acquiring a certain number of customers, I think the quickest and easiest way of acquiring these customers is using the digital technology. Imagine if 40% of Facebook users become your customers. So if that is your plan, then you need to think about, it's not just about getting Facebook likes, it's about how do you translate those likes to become your actual acquired customers. And so from there, you have your budget and you know that I'm going to spend a certain amount of money on the technology, different parts of the money on the marketing and all of that. So you'll be able to figure out exactly how much percentage. But once you have that business plan of acquisition, your best bet is to do it through technology. That will give you an opportunity to grow.
I thought those were going to be your concluding remarks, but just in 60 seconds, if I ask you to look into the crystal ball, for example, what future trends are you seeing, and how should young and upcoming entrepreneurs be preparing for what is likely to happen in the digital space, say in the next 3 to 5 years?
Okay, so looking in the crystal ball, I think that there's going to definitely be a lot of AI that's going to come in. There's definitely going to be blockchain. Oh, by the way, I'm excited that Bank of Ghana is also looking at
cryptocurrency. and it's happening somewhere in September. They see the framework.
So that is something that is going to come on very, 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 very quickly, and most likely we would have to change a lot of our technology from being the normal to using cryptocurrency. So digital is the way to go, and I think that all businesses, all persons should look at using digital to transform their business.
Right, thank you so much, Anthony Fesu, lead architect, digital change and enablement. Digital is the way to go, he says, and we have just started off this week on technology. More to come here on the honor series of the 2025 Citi Business Festival, which is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, sponsored by Absa Bank Ghana Limited, MTN Business, and Zonda Tech Ghana. I am Ni Latte. I'm so grateful that you stay with us. We will come your way same time tomorrow. Do stay with us here on 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 TV. Bye.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Burna Boy, Trevor Noah, Black Coffee, Chimamanda the writer, Febe Mugugu the fashion designer, and many more young African icons didn't get where they are by following mainstream paths. They did things differently. Say yes to doing things differently. Say yes to the creative person within you, the maker, innovator, entrepreneur. Chart a new path, learn new skills. Globally recognized by the American Welding Society and Pearson's BTech. So whether in Ghana or abroad, you will shine. Say yes to DTI, a learning experience that is next level. Go to dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534.
Oh, right into the pond.
Of course, a pro indeed, Andy.
Another message? Oh, wait, not again.
Why, what's wrong?
We've exceeded our fuel budget by 15,000 Ghana cedis this month. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, that's crazy. Just for a few vehicles?
Exactly. We spend so much on fuel, but I don't even know where it's going.
I had the same problem until Instroma GPS saved me. Their fuel monitoring system stops fuel theft and wastage, saving me thousands, bro.
Really?
Yeah. It paid for itself in months. Plus, I get monthly reports that track every drop of fuel. Hey, I know go lose guard.
Take control of your fuel costs today. Get a free demo of Instroma's fuel monitoring system. Call 024-676-7662 now. Instroma GPS. Your choice, your savings.
Where are you?
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Massa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Imagine waking up to serenity every day, surrounded by nature's beauty and luxury at your fingertips in a gated estate you can be proud to call your home. Welcome to Western Villas, located at Ai Mensa, where our stunning homes redefine elegance. At Western Villas, each home is a masterpiece, designed with precision and love. From swimming pool, gym, playground, beautiful landscaped gardens, and private balconies, making every day feel like a retreat. We also have executive plots for sale at McCarthy Hill, strategically located and offer unparalleled views, easy access to amenities, and endless possibilities for executive living. With just 5% deposit, you can reserve your space. Contact us today to learn more about our luxury homes at Ai Mensa or executive plots at McCarthy Hill. Call us now on 0536 502295 or visit www.westernvillas.com for more information.
Hot jobs.
Tired of HR headaches? Simplify your business with Hot Jobs Africa. As your one-stop HR shop, we handle recruitment, labor outsourcing, expatriate management, consultancy services, and corporate trainings. Plus, we offer staff basing and 100% staff support to boost productivity. Don't let HR hassles hold you back. Contact Hot Jobs Africa today. Call us on 030-3980-362. WhatsApp us on 020-433-6004 or email info@hotjobsafrica.org. Visit our website www.hotjobsafrica.org. Hot Jobs Africa. Think HR, think Hot Jobs.
Hot jobs.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
It's 5 minutes to the top of the hour, and that was a conversation, part of our Citi Business Festival on-air series, looking at understanding the digital economy. Neela Telate spoke to Anthony Fesu, lead architect at the Absa Bank Ghana. ABBA with Dancing Queen. And Bold Foods is coming through to remind you that definitely the number one option for the delivery of all your favorite meals from your favorite restaurants is here. So don't miss out. This is professional delivery, not the delivery that by the time it comes, part of the chicken has been bitten along the way. I'm sure Kakra has an experience. You know,
it wasn't my experience.
It wasn't your experience, yeah. But Bold Foods, they don't do that. So choose Bold Foods for all your deliveries from your favorite restaurants. Only on Bold Foods you get 1 medium pizza, 2 small cokes, and 4 crispy chicken wings for just 160 Ghana cedis from Eddie's Pizza. You can also grab a small pizza and a 1.5 liter drink for just 120 Ghana cedis from Cheesy Pizza. These offers are exclusively available on Bold Foods, so download Bold Foods app today and enjoy. So you spoke and we heard you. DSTV has cooked something absolutely amazing. An upgrade to the next higher package, and that's on us. Oh yeah. All you need to do is to pay your subscription today and get an instant upgrade onto the next higher package for free. Enjoy the FIFA Club World Cup, best of drama, awesome entertainment for the kids, reality shows, novellas, epic Ghanaian talent, family fun, and best live sports. Pay today using *759# or any of our other payment options. There's a promo that's available until 31st of July. DSTV is your home of entertainment. Terms and conditions apply. And Jibu is calling out to all those who are seeking to be entrepreneurs, looking for meaningful business ownership opportunities. If you have a dream to provide water in a more sustainable way, no more worries. Partner with Jibu through our franchise network. With 50,000 Ghana cedis, you can receive the equipment, training and support needed to launch your own business, purifying and selling affordable, refillable drinking water. Let the dream become a reality. We have exciting offers from now for new customers and businesses. We provide free bottles and dispenser machines for corporate businesses. If you want to start smaller, yeah, why not? You can also be a Jibu distributor or reseller in your area. Join the movement 0302 528 669 or 0209 845 817. Jibu is a better life. Our website is jibuco.com/gh. If you're looking for a little more in life without spending more, I get it. Every city counts. That's why I want to share something that's amazing with you. Absa Abapa account designed for people like us. Work hard, deserve more for less. With the Absa Abapa account, you get a free GH link card, access to loans up to 50,000 Ghana cedis, high interest on your savings, free SMS alerts to track every peso, seamless mobile and online banking. No need to join loan queues anymore. It's that simple. Absa Abapa account. The story matters, Absa. Diamond Cement is right here for you. Buy anything. When you do, you deserve the highest and the very best. Diamond 42.5 hour grade is the highest quality on the Ghanaian market. We have the 32.5 hour grade as well. We are rated green by the EPA. When you have to build, choose Diamond Cement. Locate us around the nation. Our factories are in Aplauta, Kradi and Bwepe. 0244 313 368 is the number to call. Diamond Cement is still as hard as a diamond. And if you're ready to step into your dream lifestyle, then Fidelity Bank is here. Mark your calendars. Hello to all the SMEs out there. Here's a game changer for you. We're introducing the Yellow Biz, our new multi-service bundle with everything you need for smarter business solutions. It's an all-in-one package. It will give your business access to advanced productivity tools, powerful online presence, and superior customer experience to optimize your operations. Call 100 or 0244 308 111. Email us mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com. Terms and conditions apply. And for all of you, our valued shareholders, GCB Bank is committed to updating you. You need to know how your investments are doing, but we need to get your updated records in order to give you up-to-date information. So kindly visit any of our GCB Bank branches to get assisted. www.gcbbank.com.gh is the website. Just go there and you will be sorted. For our shareholders registered on the CSD, you may contact your brokers for the necessary record updates to be done. GCB is your bank for life. Thank you for doing the listening. My name is Caleb Kuda. Ajubi Rafia Kinting is in with the news at 10. Good morning, Ajubi.
Good morning, Caleb. Hello and welcome to City News at 10. I am Ejubi Wiafe Akinting. Coming up, Rehoboth Estate